Hello, everybody. It's Friday night. Welcome to the pub. We got a few things going against us this week for viewership. Firstly, obviously, it's Friday. Secondly, it's 11:30 in the UK. So even if they checked in, I wouldn't be on for another hour over there unless they're thinking about the daylight savings difference. We have this every year. Happens. There's an offset of a few days on this end and a few weeks, I believe, in the spring. So, it is what it is. But if anyone else is here, they're awesome. And I like any people, as long as they're not, baddies. But people are people. People are people. And welcome, Topple and RW. Thanks for being here. RW, you say have a good one tonight. Does that mean you might not be able to join us? Scum TV, what's going on, brother? Thanks for coming back. Scum TV. Cap lock's permanently stuck for Scum. That's just how he rolls, which is fine. It's your thing. I've never seen it otherwise. Therefore, it's your thing. And welcome, man. Thanks for being here. Exactly. Good evening, Scum. Like I was saying, RW, cryptic somewhat. Have a good one tonight. Does that mean you won't be here? I'd like to know. You're a good guest. You're usually here for the whole run, which is nice. Started off the show. I have a new refreshing drink that I've invented. It looks pretty much like water. Maybe, I don't know if you can even see the bubbles, but so good. That is absolute. I think I've told you guys this before. Absolute mandarin and lime seltzer. Very good combo. And get this. I've got a new combo I've been teetering around in my head. Absolute vanilla with coconut seltzer. Coconut's a new hot flavor going around. It might be called pina colada, but I think it's just called coconut. That could be very good. No sugar, no added sugar. No sugar in the seltzer. I bet you they do add some sugar to the flavored vodkas, I'm guessing. But maybe, maybe not. Who knows? They could be using fake stuff. Whatever. Coming down to the wire here, people. I wish it was going to be a traditional Saturday pub where we could get into, probably have some more people here to discuss what's going on with the American politics. This will be the last pub before the election. And pretty excited about it. This pub and the election. I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Wonder if anybody out there has any predictions. We'll try to get some predictions out of people here tonight. Get some bowls going. Yeah, I hear you. I find it fascinating how they love our politics so much. And they develop such strong opinions about it. I think it's great, Topple. I don't really get the vitriol towards the Brits for, hey, what up, Cup? What up, Cup? You found us. I'm glad you made it, dude. I know, I hear you. Yeah, it's everywhere right now, dude. Unless there's a massive natural disaster, you're not getting much else on the news. So it sort of is what, ooh, a new bottle? All right. I can't see the label, but put it in the Glen More Guinea Is that it? Close enough. Yeah, US peeps should care more. I've said it all along. I don't think that was weird. Something just happened. Let me check my settings. All right, we're on the hardwire action, so should be good. I think I put the lighter down on the damn table and it caused a vibration, thereby interfering with the internet. Yeah, I get that. I think the vibration from the lighter jiggled the fucking handle. Jiggled the handle. Jiggled the wire. And look who it is. It's my lovely wife. Welcome, wife. Wife did a rock star job. Yep, I got you. Glenn Morgani. Morangi. Glenn Morangi. That's a goofy ass name. If I'm mispronouncing it, somebody let me know. Wife was a rock star last night for the neighborhood families. She set up a big table and filled 100 bags with candies and toys. Passed out all 100 of them. And then we had to use the backup provisional, backup bowl of random candy rejects that got rejected from the bags that weren't the best ones. Like Reese's makes this 98 trick-or-treaters. There you go. So we had 2 bags left, huh? Little short from last year. Cool. Yeah, it was a good night. It's good to see young families. For a while there, it seemed like people stopped having kids. I don't know if it was COVID or social media or people were more interested in being with their significant other and going on trips, traveling, whatever. It seemed like the whole next generation thing was going to be, somewhat lost, but it's definitely a good wave of little tykes coming up now. Good looking families, good friendly people. Almost every one of the parents had either a cooler or some sort of a way to transport their beers or seltzers around with the kids. So it's a fun time, good stuff. I did get to scare a couple people only by chance. Hey, what's going on, Sammy Cat? Yeah, it was nice to have you here. Gonna have to grind up a little. Get this thing going. Got the dregs over here. I'm just gonna toss. Too draggy. Yeah, I can do that. Throw it out. Don't like it. Dear God. That's not true. I know you had your lights on. I'm sure you had somebody in your family manned the candy bowl trying to play the hard ass. I'm sure you had your lights on, Topple. You're too close to having kids that were that age to be instantly converted into that much of a dick. I don't buy it. I think you or your wife or somebody got some bags of candy and were friendly. Usually it's old, crotchety people that don't. Yeah, obvious, right? I did always trip out on those homes as a kid when you walk by them and you're like, oh, they don't want us there. I always assumed it was an old people thing, but I now wonder, was it a religious thing? I don't know. Who knows? It's all in good fun. I did post a little short video on the Discord showing one of the animatronic animals that we featured. in the neighborhood here at my abode. Kind of a werewolf thing. Pretty cool. Got it from the neighbor. She's got a lot of animatronic statues, which is cool. She's the one in the spirit, and we have joined in. We've become, simpatico for that. Then it goes through to Christmas, and then that's it for the year till next holiday season. Luckily, we're not Thanksgiving people with like blow up turkeys and shit like that. We eat, but we don't advertise, I guess. Just not a thing. All right. Even though, yeah, we're right here where probably the first Thanksgiving did actually take place, Massachusetts, so it's definitely an important thing over here. And I know you Brits eat turkey for Christmas. Some Americans do. Let's get this herb ground up, and then we're going to get this thing going. And that's what we're going to do. Random Goon is on right now. Unfortunately, I could not catch him tonight. I worked a long pain in the ass day today. And, I just needed to relax before the show, which might result in an early night for me because I'm a little sore. Sorry to keep pointing my head down. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing here. I don't have much to blame her for. Luckily, she's an angel. No, quite. They dress like women. Hilarious. My nephew and his girlfriend went as Ken and Barbie. That was cute. They're 17. They looked great, I gotta say. They did look like Ken and Barbie. My other nephew is currently at Paris Island, and he's going to graduate and become a United States Marine next week. And what does that mean? Damn right. Smokesteve's heading to Paris Island, baby. Down there, Wednesday to Saturday. Very excited. Never done anything like this. And excited for the kid, man. He's a badass. He's literally a badass. He beat the senior drill instructor in the combat fitness test. So he is made to be a Marine for sure. I can't wait to be there to give him a hug and shake his hand. My dad's going to be there. It's going to be really cool. Short but sweet. And I think he gets 10 days off, and then he's off to be a Marine, whatever the hell that means. Who knows? He made it through the crucible. Yes, he did. He did very well. So, pretty exciting stuff. And I should be back for the pub Saturday. Maybe I'll have some pictures. Tomorrow night, got my college buddy coming down, obviously. So, henceforth, the reason we're doing this tonight. All right. Let's get going. How you doing, man?
All right. Thanks for the warning.
Well, let's get this thing going. That's the warning.
Okay.
How is that scotch?
It's pretty good.
Can you hold that bottle up now?
Yeah, the label is very hard to see. It's not a good
bizarre.
label.
It's like yellowish orange.
Right.
Yeah, Glenmore. How would you pronounce that?
Glen Morangi or Morangi?
Yeah,
Gotta
it's
be Morangi.
funky word, man. Glenmorangie. One word, too, no
Yeah.
space. Tasty?
Yeah.
Better than the last stuff? Equal or
Very
worse?
similar. Very similar.
Smoky?
A little bit.
Yeah. Price? I gotta know.
$65
Ah, nice. Good one.
for
Yeah. 750.
10 year age 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
750, yeah.
Yep. Cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I've got one of the little tasters left in the set. I think I have one left that Sandy gave me. And that one is
No, I don't have any ideas.
the Balvenie.
Ah, cool.
Double wood 12-year-old. That's a dram of scotch, which is enough to get a good solid taste. It's good. It's a good idea. Taster, like a taster's, what are they like? In the ski bars, they have like a ski with all the shots on it. This is kind of like that, but with scotch, What do we got going on here in the hop topple bringing it down? A couple comments out there. She has no what no, you should. I haven't changed anything. Yeah, nothing. Is that normal that you would have all that stuff? Last Dance?
I mean, I don't normally have any of that stuff.
Huh.
The options that I have are participants, timestamps, reaction, send feedback. So I don't really have anything specific.
Maybe it's if I open YouTube, we can pin the link while I'm there if you want to throw it in the chat.
I did throw it in. It was in the first or second message.
Who just popped in?
Chris John Wright.
CJ. All right. We know him.
Yeah. I guess.
Where the fuck is it? Usually it comes up like we're live, and it's not up there now. I don't know if we're live.
Yeah, we're live. You went live normally.
Okay. Are we still live?
We're still live.
Well, it's not coming up here when I look for it.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it right now on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's go to my channel. Okay, yes, there it is. Bizarre. Okay. Fuck. This is never easy to do this during the pub, but I'm going to try a YouTube studio, possibly.
Do you want to add Chris John Wright?
Do you recognize him?
He looks familiar, yeah. He does not look like the bad guy.
If you think it's a good idea in your senior opinion, not senior, but not senior citizen, but
yeah.
Hey,
Chris.
Yeah, right.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Good evening. It's pretty late for you.
Yeah, it's almost midnight.
That's right. You got to remember, Last Answer. It's that weird 1 week a year. They're now 4 hours difference.
Yeah.
You've been in the chat before. I don't know if you've ever come on live before. Joined us live.
Yeah. I don't think I've been on live with you before. I've been in the chat a few times.
Sure. Are you a follower of Based Welshman by any chance?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I noticed he had put up a video, I believe it was even live, of him marching in support of Tommy Robinson.
Yeah. Tommy Robson, he's been moved to a different prison tonight.
18 months, right?
Yeah, I got told. Yeah.
For slander? Is that the charge?
I think so. Yeah.
Strange, man.
That is stupid.
It is. I mean,
He should be in prison.
yeah, I don't think you should be in prison for
Yeah.
words.
But you talk about a new, like everyone knows. You're talking about Keir Starmer, a new prime minister.
Yeah. You think
Yeah.
this is like a direct result of that?
Yeah, it's like a new. It's like a dictatorship.
Do you think that having him as your leader has trickled down, if you will, to the lower level judges?
Yeah.
That would have...
Because the UK hasn't got no respect everywhere. It got no respect in Europe. I think. What do you think? What Trump could be president in a few months? I don't think. I mean, like the UK government.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've really heard Trump speak about the UK that much.
Yeah.
But you're a strong ally of ours. And Cup of Tea here says contempt of court was the official charge.
Yeah.
18 months.
It's stupid. Yeah. He should not be in prison.
That's incredible. 18 months for contempt of court.
Yeah.
Did he set the court on fire?
Yeah. Well, like everyone says, you could go to prison, talk on YouTube.
You say that again, the last part?
Like you could go to prison these days, talking about a government on YouTube on immigration.
On YouTube, yeah. Literally just words on the internet and you could go to jail.
You need to be careful. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, freedom of speech is dead.
Yeah, I mean it was never really outlined over there. The funny, like over here, slander would be a charge that would be brought on by the person who was slandered.
Yeah.
But I believe that guy is suing Tommy, which he has the right for that. But the fact that the courts are involved about this sort of thing, which seems like a civil case, he wasn't really talking about. Well, I don't want to get into specifics about it, but it could have been slanderous for sure. But that contempt of court charge for 18 months is just it's insanity.
Yeah. Yeah. I like everyone says, you can't take the UK serious no more, and the justice system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Steve. I bet you American people are laughing at the UK.
Some people are, but a lot of people are uninformed. So it's just ignorance is bliss for a lot of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And Europe is next door, and they're laughing at us.
Sure. Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, is the UK the most liberal country in that continent?
Well, at the moment, because the Dutch, they're deporting people, the Belgians, the Germans are deporting people now, and the French. I do not. I think the Spanish might deport people soon.
Right, and the British
like I said to people, we can't fold it no more. Free hotels, free accommodations, free housing free healthcare. No, we can't afford it no more. Taxes is go up, go higher.
Sure.
What do you think about America? You have the same problems.
Yeah, I mean, we have the same issues here.
It's
in my
not
state.
quite as bad, I don't think, because we don't have
Depends on the
as
state.
extensive a social
No.
safety net like although
Yeah.
as Smokesteve said, it depends on
And
the
some
state.
people saying on YouTube it's costing 15 billion. It's costing. We need to stop it.
Yeah. Well, in this state here, it's costing us about $1 billion a year.
Yeah.
And they're taking, they've gone crazy over here. Now the mayor of Boston decided to not do a freeze on hiring and not become fiscally conservative last year when she noticed that a lot of businesses had left the city and they were collecting a lot less in taxes. So instead, she continued hiring new employees, continued spending on programs, all the way down to a program just recently where the city of Boston would give any resident $250 for a Halloween party of taxpayer money. And now, because the system is so fucked up, what they want to do is raise the taxes on the businesses in the city more so than the residents, because they fear that it'll hurt the residents. But the irony in this whole thing is that the reason they have less taxes in the first place is because of COVID and because of her rules. Businesses left the city. So now she's going to tax the remaining businesses and make it harder for them to be profitable, which theoretically could result in more businesses leaving the city. It's just so that she's extremely left leaning, and that just goes along with the whole idea from that extremely progressive side of go after the corporations, go after the businesses. They're the ones that can take it, never the person. Not that she ever sees the long-term effects of doing that,
Steve, it's quite scary. I think in 4 years' time or 3, the UK is going to go bankrupt. Well, economy is not doing well, and the government has put taxes way too high in new government, and immigration not stopping. It's bad for business, and you put taxes up so high, it's bad for business. I don't know. It's the government
just print more money.
Stupid, Steve.
Yeah, it's gone crazy, man. It's gone crazy. And the other side that we have here is not it's not a positive alternative, in my opinion. So I think you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Right now, especially in the election that we're in. That's why me and I believe Last Dance, if you haven't yet, are both basically voting for no chance candidates. Because I don't want to put my vote towards somebody I don't believe in. I've never been that guy,
And I think a job market, like everyone says, in 6 months' time, it's going to be no new jobs for no one. And it's going to be lots of people who are employed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Do you remember Last Dance? What the UK had lined up to send some of their illegal immigrants? Where they were going to send them?
Rwanda.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Go over well. Rwanda,
right?
Yeah.
Bad idea there. It didn't go over well, but they had it all lined up.
But the Germans are doing it.
I mean, I don't know much about Rwanda, but I don't want to send people to a worse place than where they came from. I do have some humanity, but
Yeah.
I mean, in another sense, I don't want them fucking up my country, or you feel the same way about yours. So there's got to be
Yeah.
a logical way to deal with this that, makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, Steve. It's in America too. They're breaking the law. It's selling drugs. Committing crime everywhere. And they're beating up coppers, and they haven't got no respect for the law.
Right.
Yeah. I seen them. Quite a few of them are going to prison.
Mm.
Oh, basis here.
Yeah. Let him in.
They based.
Well, being that Somalia has the average income per adult is between $100 and $500 a month, I would guess their taxes are, I don't know, non-existent. I mean,
Cost of living is probably low. You
Yo.
live like a king on $100 a month.
Hey, Eyes Wide Shut. What up? What up? What up? What up? Good to see you. AJC. Do we remember him? I'd like to see new people. And often if you come late, I don't remember you. So you could always be new if you just come late in the show. Based, are you there? Based is just getting things rolled up, literally. So there you are. Jesus, that's a bright light, Chris, you got behind you. It's like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, in my
it's the
bedroom.
sun.
Yeah, it's like one. If he backs up, he's in heaven.
Exactly. Halos.
Go towards the light.
Trumpets of God. Based, what's going on, dude? I missed you last week, but I saw you were at that Tommy Robinson march demonstration. I don't know what you want to call it, but
Yeah. Can you
it
hear
looked
me?
lively, but yeah, totally
We hear
peaceful.
you.
Base.
Yeah, there was
lively, but
5
peaceful.
arrests in total. There was 5 arrests in total. When you think about the numbers, it's like nothing. And
What are the
they've done
numbers?
people
Give
for
us the
swear.
numbers.
I would most probably suggest about 50,000 originally, and it sort of tapers off after like 2.5 hours being in there.
Wow. 50,000. That is a giant amount of people, man.
Well,
Cool.
it was pretty short notice. It was
That's
only
a
like
lot.
a month in. So yeah, I mean, in the summer, the marches would definitely triple that. Even more, maybe 100, 200,000.
Hmm.
But as it was, that's what it was. It was a good turnout though. There was like no trouble considering police were arresting people for swearing. So
Swearing.
make sure you don't swear in front of the police. So I mean, 5 arrests, two were on the far left fascist side, and 3 on our side.
Yeah, that term now gets called to each side from the other. So you're both fascists, apparently, according to the other side. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a fascist around for 80 years, but what do I know?
Yeah, we generally don't counter protest the far left. You know what I mean?
Sure.
If they want to protest, we allow them to protest. It seems to be like one-way traffic is different when they do it. So it's like the definition of fascism, but they don't seem to get it.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Well, was it a long day? You were
Yeah, it was like a 5:30 start in the
Yeah.
morning. And get
Damn.
there about 10 o'clock. And
Is there any light at the end of the tunnel for Tommy, or is he fucked for a year and a half?
so yeah, he's not. He's been forcibly removed from Belmarsh as well. So they've taken him to the place he got attacked the last time he was in prison.
Nuts. Yeah, I mean, it's tough for us to fathom. Is it worth outlining what he did to get there?
well, it's civil, but should we suggest that the very fine Welsh gentleman called Axel, with heritage from Somalia, I believe it is, was the mother. Shithole country from far off place. I don't give a fuck. Remember, he was supposed to be some Christian lad. Well, this Christian lad has just been charged with making ricin and downloading the PDF from Al Qaeda. Basically, the how-to of terrorism, Al Qaeda PDF. So he's just been charged with terrorism. So they found this out day one. So when the crime happened, they raided his house immediately. There's footage of the police going into his house, literally within an hour. That's why the name came out quite quick. And
Yeah.
they went through his house, they found ricin, and they obviously found a PDF file. So they knew this within, I'd suggest, a day. I mean, that they have proper people to go through this, and time would be the essence of any of this sort of stuff. And do we say he is now arrested, charged, is on trial for doing a beastly animal act of killing
Jesus.
3 innocent children. But that's not terrorism. That's murder. So he's
Seems
being
like
charged.
terrorism.
It sounds like terrorism. It does, doesn't it? But the terrorism charges are separate to the beastly animal, horrid fucking evil person that done the killings. So basically, he's being charged with a multiple killing and attempted killing of multiple people. But that's not terrorism.
Yeah,
His
we've got.
terrorism bit. So his terrorism bit, which he's just been charged for, is downloading the PDF from our friends from the Islamists, the Al Qaeda chaps. So this is
But
this is
those
the
two
crazy
things
thing.
tied together would make it the greater charge that murder would be terrorism if it was done in some sort of.
In the name of terrorism, yeah. So the thing,
Yeah.
what the point is, though, is that the authorities, like the Prime Minister, the Chief of Police, Rowling, MPs, Yvette Cooper, Home Secretary, all these people knew within a day that odds on this was, we say, influenced by an ideology. He's downloaded their PDF file of how to do.
But it doesn't mean that he's. It doesn't mean that he's a Muslim sympathizer or a Muslim. Right?
No, but what it means is it means that it's terrorism. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. If that's readily available for anyone online who's curious to gain more knowledge, and then, like, would that make anybody who looks at it a terrorist, or would it take
Well,
looking at that and then a second act? I don't know.
Well, it adds when you put ricin into the equation as well, and they find ricin in his bedroom.
I hear you. It's a
Should we
conglomeration
suggest
of things. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, then you've got all these authorities and all the press, all the legacy media, staying with the narrative. There was a photo of him when he was like 6 years of age. Lovely Christian African chap, lovely Welsh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Welsh, not African. He's 100. He's more Welsh than me, right?
Mm.
Now that's the picture they tried to, and they kept on and kept on and kept on, and everyone kept on saying, "This isn't right. This is because we import people from bad places that have bad fucking that want to do bad things to us, and this is the end result." Now, these people were sent to prison for this,
Uh,
but the authorities knew that it wasn't a simple. How could it be simple? He went to a residential address. It was a residential address, chaps. It wasn't a commercial premises. It was a residential address that does like children's parties and stuff. Like on the side. Nothing illegal.
like theme parties. Sure.
Yeah, and then it was. So see, he specifically went to this venue, which is not a venue; it's a residential house.
Sure. Yeah, make $100, have the local kids over for a dance party, listen to Taylor Swift. Pretty wholesome,
Yeah, as much as it costs them like £20, £30 a child, Mushabi, The
Yeah.
woman was turning over maybe 160. You know, it was mostly all legal and above board. There was nothing said like that. But eh, they went off to the British public for raising these concerns, and the British public were right. They were fucking right,
Hmm.
and they knew that they were wrong. They knew that they lied. They lied and lied and lied and hid it and hid it. So basically, the Tommy March on Saturday, right? There was there was a number of Gildo Fawkes was one of them. They did a story and they said we wanted to release this on Friday, but we were told by the police not to release it on Friday and to release it on Monday because they want to make sure the Tommy Robinson thing goes without a hitch.
I don't
Now,
want to leave AJC's comment unread. So he is saying Welsh people are imported? Question mark. Who is this gobshite? So he is saying that this person, Axel, I guess, is Welsh, not an import. He's challenging. I think is that right? Last Dance.
Either that or just the opposite.
yeah, I
Okay.
think text
Right.
can be.
So it could be.
I took it as wrong, but I just take that as a bad text. So he's basically he's yeah. Of course, Welsh people aren't imported, but if he was taking it the other way around, the Welsh people are the original British. So just bear that in mind.
I'm not sure. I
Uh,
clarify, AJC. I guess I may have misinterpreted it. Jesus, snap! Someone eating Rice Krispies?
It does sound like ground glass.
So once again, the government has hid the truth from the public. They're hiding the truth from the public because it doesn't fit their narrative. So they said, "Oh, wait until this protest is done, this rally, and then you can release it. Just wait over the weekend." So then they're now like curbing free press and etc. 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 You know, it just goes on and on and on.
Sure. Yeah, we had a little bit of that. I mean, I posted it over on a Discord there that you're on, Last Dance with. Is that a big deal? What I posted about them changing the comment? Our current president called Trump supporters garbage.
Well, I think I mean, in the scale of big deals, it's not the biggest, but I think it's significant and worth calling out.
So these people are impartial. I can't remember the name. They're called signlographers or something. So they put everything out, detail it all out correctly, so it's actually correct.
Right.
So
Right.
they're really pissed off because they're impartial, and it turns out, and they've made a statement now saying basically the White House has released a statement that is incorrect to what was said. So
Well, that's
released.
illegal.
Yeah, exactly. We released it, and they've changed it.
Right.
And it's supposed to be official, Sid. It's supposed to be for history. It's supposed to be like theirs, like so. There's no one taking advantage, especially whoever's in office.
Yeah, I
It
don't.
doesn't matter who's in office. They're supposed
Was
to
it
be
Trump
impartial.
supporters S and then Trump? They changed it to apostrophe S, as in possessive.
Yeah, I haven't really. I'm not even going to try and entertain it in my brain. So
Yeah,
everyone knows.
the change doesn't make any sense from the context, so it's a
Right.
lie. If the change, you have to believe that Biden was talking about actual garbage that Trump
Yeah, but
supported.
A-R-E, the word R was in between.
Yes, I know. It's absurd.
It's
That makes the
totally
lie. And the Washington Post, Aaron Blake ran with this, and everybody knows he's lying. Yeah, he knows he's lying, and yet it's
Not everyone does though. Last Dance.
I mean, it's I don't know.
We do. We do.
Yeah.
Now, we talked last week about Trump's ridiculous statement about using or whatever he said he would do against his political opponents in the military. Now, this week, that was a stupid thing for Trump to say. This week, he said something about McCain and involved rifles pointed at her.
No, Cheney.
No,
Liz Cheney.
That
It
was
Liz
Cheney.
Cheney.
Liz Cheney.
Sorry, Cheney. I said McCain. My bad. Yeah, Cheney. So it seems like the media is turning that around and making it seem like he was saying a firing squad.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear from context that he's talking about elites going out to fight in the trenches for the wars they advocate for.
Right.
Admittedly,
Stop.
it's frustrating how clumsily he
Yeah.
says these
It's
things.
typical
I mean,
Trump. It's typical
He-
Trump.
he's a dope. He said 9 rifles.
right?
And for a second, I had to look it up. I looked up like official protocol for firing squad. One person, it would be 5. Like multiple people would get 9. I mean, I'm thinking, why
No,
did he have to say 9? It's so stupid.
But if you read,
He should have
if you
just said
read,
the rifles.
Right.
yeah, exactly. But Trump's an idiot, isn't he? Sometimes. So
God,
the
he's his
reality
worst
is, if
enemy.
you just shut the fuck up for 6 days, then
Yeah.
things will be a little bit better. I would suggest. Stop
Yeah,
saying
I-
stupid shit, because what he was saying, she's a war whore. She loves the fucking war. She loves the globalist agenda. She wants to fucking have more wars. She wants to intervene in the world's problems, and therefore sending our kids into war, but won't send her kids into war. But what he said then was, what we should do is give her a fucking rifle and see how she likes it facing these, these guns. That's basically what he was saying.
Yeah, I know, but he can't. But you see, it's clear when you say it. But
Right.
this guy, he can't somehow make it.
Well,
clear.
I don't know.
Although,
The thing is, they clip it, don't they? They clip it, and anyone can get caught out on anything like that.
no, I know
Like I
you're
said,
right.
why didn't he just turn around and just tone it down a little bit for 6 days, so he can? What he should have said was like, Liz Cheney's basically, she's a woman of war. She loves war. She wants more war, and just leave it like that. Just
Yeah.
say the ABC part of it and just
Yeah.
allow it.
Yeah.
So-
and
Can't help it.
he went down another road and said another dumb thing. He said, I'm going to protect women whether they like it or not. Go, Jesus, guys, shut up already. Come on,
But wasn't that edited again?
No, that's what he said. They're using
but
it against him.
but
That's
if
not what he. I can pull up the clips.
You've stopped it there, haven't you? You've stopped it there.
No, but yes, I did stop it there. But there's a lot more that comes after it. But just saying those words in that sequence is going to give them tons of ammunition, just like the thing we were just talking about. Don't give them the ammo in the first place.
Agreed.
Don't say that shit. That's not what he meant, but he fucking blurts it out, and everyone's like, oh, stop, but he can't stop him. He's fucking freight train of words.
Yeah, just play some golf. This is what he should be doing now, just chilling out and playing some golf.
Well, some idiot could be hanging out of a bush with an SKS and 2 ceramic tiles as a fucking armament. I mean, crazy.
Well,
Nearly two assassination attempts.
Yep.
One definite.
They were two definite. Both. I know the one didn't get a shot off, and Trump was maybe the other hole, sort of disappointed he missed a birdie. But that's what he said, didn't he? He said, I'm a bit annoyed. I said, I was going to make a birdie.
Jesus. I mean,
that's what he said.
It is true. Brandon Herrera put the same gun together that idiot shooter had. He actually had the scope taped on. It was an abomination. Cheap SKS, like the cheap version of an AK, which is already a cheapo. And Brandon put it together just like this guy's was, and he was hitting targets easy from the distance this guy would have been shooting from. So,
well, he was only about fucking half-inch from him.
Well, he would have been if he waited for the guy to get it there. It would have been 100 or so yards, so about 90 meters, with a rifle, not the longest shot.
If he gets to fire more than once, so
yeah, 1 or 2 shots and the Secret Service is going to be all over him. And with that goofy rifle, with no, wood stock, not a lot of gas op to suck up the recoil. I just can't believe that they actually saw him and fucking started shooting at him through the bushes. What a dump! They missed him, but their fire is what chased him off.
Thing was,
Okay.
how can he stay in a nest basically? Because it just looked like where he was. It was just like in a privet hedge, wasn't it? With that the little fence there. Now,
I'd like to
you know,
address this comment of Smoke Wife. I mean, I don't
um,
doubt that's true, but the real issue is that when it is taken out of context, I think we're obligated to call them on it, and it's not. I think that's the way to go. If you're a member of the press and you're lying for partisan gain, then you should be called out on it. And that happens a lot these days. And I don't have any objection when when the press is wrong and they're doing it for partisan reasons. They definitely should
basically
be
that's what they do.
jumped all over it.
So I've seen a couple of occasions this week where Camilla has been jeered or cheered down by like some plasticine protester or something. Now
Mhm.
she is so flustered. It's like she's being caught having a wank by her fucking mother or something. Oh, excuse me. She's honestly on the mic and she's repeating herself and she's going around in a circle and there's not much going on. Can you imagine?
I
Like
mean,
if any like can you imagine any more disruption than that? She would most probably want. I don't know what she would do. But Trump gets shot. He wants to get back up and goes fight, fight, fight.
I mean, for comparing her to recent Democrat presidents and candidates, she's not that quick on her feet. Obama was much quicker. I'll honestly say
She's not
Hillary
quick in
was
the mind,
quicker
though,
on her
Steve.
feet. What's that?
She's not quick. I believe. I said it the other day. I believe, right? She's got less intelligence than Joe Biden did. Joe Biden, when Joe Biden was her age, he was leaps and bounds above her when he was her
I
age.
think
She
I
sounds
think
really retarded.
that's true today.
You agree
Wow.
with that last
Now
dance?
that's an insult.
You
You
agree with
talking
that?
about Biden to her right now?
I mean, Biden has lapses, but he has,
Yeah, he has
he
something to
also
say. She doesn't say anything last dance, does she?
he has
She
a
doesn't.
command of foreign policy that's second to none. And
Yeah, but eventually his lapses are going to be one
Kamala
long
has
lapse.
Oh yeah,
has no knowledge at all.
she hasn't got nothing.
Yeah, but how do you know his foreign policy? He hasn't exhibited any shrewd foreign policy in years. Like,
Well, unfortunately, yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, he's taken a certain position in world affairs that's really not particularly interesting. But he does
Well,
know.
like,
He does know what's up.
but there's so much information. Like when she rarely speaks or rarely answers the question, and 9 times out of 10, 95 times out of 100, that would be with a friendly legacy media channel, right?
All right, now we're told that on the one hand, we're told this: Trump supporters don't care about facts or anything he does. But on the other hand, we're told that Kamala Harris is smart, articulate, and strong. Okay,
I
so
mean, I didn't say she wasn't any of those things. I just
I
said,
will.
you could say that. But what I'm saying is I haven't been very impressed with her.
I would say she's
But
not
I'm,
particularly smart, completely inarticulate, and a total airhead. And strong is meaningless. There's nothing, that doesn't mean anything.
fair enough.
Yeah, I
AJC
can't.
says she destroyed Trump in the debate.
I don't
I'll,
really think she did. I think Trump got distracted, which
well,
means which is why he lost.
okay, so you'll admit he won, but you're not going to say she beat him?
I mean, I don't think she did well. I just think that he did so poorly that it's obvious that she won.
Can anyone explain to me though, if she did so well at the debate, why can't she answer simple questions from friendly media sources, even simple questions, because she struggles.
I mean, there's no evidence that she has any policy knowledge on any subject, period. Whether it's foreign policy, domestic policy, economics,
Wife,
history.
DM it to me on Twitter. If I missed the DM, let me know it's on here. If you want to challenge what Last Dance is saying, I'll feature anything you want to put up
The thing is,
gladly in
Smokesteve,
2 seconds.
When she was running for president in 2019, she took very left-wing progressive positions on a number of issues, from fracking to trans rights and so forth.
How about
And
prisoners?
she's changed every one of those positions.
How about prisoners' rights when it comes to
Prisoners'
transitional
rights for
service?
transition, all these things, anything that was kind of out there, she's now disowning, which is fine, But I'm just
Now, do
saying,
you remember?
where does what do we know? What does she know? I mean, I don't think she knows anything.
Do you remember
Well-
the time when it was basically apparent that Biden was done after this term, and there was a short period of time where there was an unsure feeling about who was going to be the primary candidate? People weren't locked in on her.
No, they weren't.
I was surprised when they said her, and I was like, why? I thought they could do better, but I do think the same thing about the Republicans as well, but I do think there were stronger candidates than her.
The thing is, you got the Democrat Party. People forget this, and So she was elected. She was appointed. She was appointed into office. She should have been elected into office.
I mean, technically, she was elected vice president, but yeah, she was appointed more.
Her name's on the card.
Yeah, and they done the same. They done this. What they done the same with her that they did with Hillary when they pushed out Bernie Sanders. And now.
Well, no, it's actually much more blatant with her.
Well, yeah,
there was no primary with her. She was just made the candidate.
Yeah, but what like I said, they're supposed to be the Democrat Party, and everything they've done is against it. So Kennedy was supposed to win some of these seats in front of Biden, but they wouldn't allow that. They couldn't allow that, so they basically barred him. I don't know how they managed it. They did it in court, and now they took him to court again to keep his name in to take votes off Trump. And everyone screeches that the Democrats are all clean and
well, I mean you could argue that's undemocratic. I would say that's just smart tactics. To keeping his name on the ballot is certainly smart tactics by the Democrats, and you can't really argue that that's subverting democracy by offering.
Okay, but you think that's hypocrisy because it's not Formula One. You're not trying to get an edge. You're not trying to get a competitive edge. You're not trying to sort of like bend those rules. You're supposed to be a moral Democrat Party.
We all know.
And then you go out and you're literally acting to subvert honest democracy as it should be. By keeping Biden on the poll. Keeping Kennedy on the listings, they know what's that going to what's going to happen there. But it just shows lack of moral compass. Full stop, doesn't it? Really.
I wouldn't. You could say that, but I never expected any morality from either party. I mean, it's always hardball. We'll do anything to win. It doesn't matter what it is. I would say that. That in terms of, the Biden dropped out very late in the process, so it was a unique situation. And, I wish they would have done some abbreviated kind of primary, couldn't do the whole country again.
They had to do it late to get her appointed. It was always in the cards. So,
yeah, but I think she was chosen because in this case, she's the vice president. It's a logical choice, and not choosing her would have to be explained, and that wouldn't go over well.
That's the kicker.
Yeah.
And then if this new candidate lost, it would be an unbelievable backlash about the decision not to go with her. Now, if she loses, well, we tried.
When
So
I was
generally, is that got any historical where vice presidents turn into presidents on a regular basis? Because he served his term completely. It's not like he's done the old Amendment 25 or whatever it is. You know, he's doing his term, so the vice president then to be appointed somehow.
well, I got to say,
I don't know how common that is.
I'm if Kamala wins, it will be very interesting to see what policies she adopts because she's a blank slate as far as I can tell.
He's not going to do
It's,
any. It's literally going to be another 3.5 years of Joe Biden because
well,
he's not
I'm
doing
afraid
anything.
you're right. I think it will be basically the presidency will be run by the DNC, and Kamala won't really have any input because she doesn't
I mean,
have
just for
any.
people who
She
don't
doesn't have
know,
any. She doesn't have any beliefs. So she doesn't have any strong beliefs, as far as I
I
can
mean,
tell.
don't forget, everyone. Last Dance is not a Republican, and he's definitely not a Trump supporter. So, would I be right in saying that?
I am a Republican.
You're not a Trump supporter, though.
I'm not a Trump supporter, and I'm sort of
And
from the
you,
libertarian edge of the
yeah.
Republican Party. So, I'm a little different than what you would call a conservative Republican.
Do you mind me asking the question? Have your views changed in the last month? Because I think I might have asked you about a month ago.
No, my views haven't changed one bit.
I'm
it's been
still
pretty
really
consistent.
surprised. Really surprised.
Yeah,
Wow.
I am of a little more liberal than Last Dance, but also basically in the same libertarian side of it. And I had said to wife earlier this week, if the Republicans had somebody that I liked, I would potentially vote for them. To which she was surprised, but I just don't like Trump.
What do you think of that JD Vance or Vivek? That
I don't
JD
like
Vance
either of them.
surprised me.
I don't like either of them.
I like them both better than Trump. I'll say that.
Yeah, me too.
For sure.
That's not saying much, but that's
No,
something.
but it is. I would vote for. Most likely, I would vote for either one of those guys
As president.
as
I
president.
honestly,
Right.
they really come. I think I think Vivek comes across very well.
What
He can
about the
speak.
overly
Yes.
religious
He
aspect
can
of
speak to
Vance?
the far left and not insult them. He can
What,
speak. He can speak to everyone basically, and not
what about the
insult people.
Christian thing with Vance and all of that? Heavy Christian.
I mean, I don't like it, but it doesn't bother me that he's religious.
Yeah.
I don't like that these people are trying to shove Christianity down the throats. Use government to shove
Yeah,
Christianity
well,
down the throats of everybody else.
it's
Well,
problematic
we
when
just want
Christianity
debauchery. We just want
interferes with
drag queens
policy.
shoved down our throats and trans rights shoved
No,
down our
no,
throats.
no. That's I'm
Oh, I'm
saying
sorry.
it's
It's the
problematic
Democrat side.
when Christianity and policy become intertwined. Very problematic.
Well,
I
absolutely.
agree, but is there many examples at the moment? I mean, I can't think of any really.
No, there's not many examples, but
Well, I
we
mean,
always fear because it's such an important talking point.
Would you say Dobbs? The overturning of Roe versus Wade?
No, I don't think of that as having to do with religion at all.
At all.
At all.
Okay.
No.
I do. I do think there was a part of it that has to do with that, an underlying part of it that says
obviously
it's
Christians that believe in obviously the creation of life and the baby and the fetus rights. Obviously, you get Christian support, but the reasons weren't Christian. I believe the reasons would have been moral reasons, scientific reasons. And
Well, I don't think either of those is the truth. I just think it was very bad reasoning by the Supreme Court that created that decision. The opinions are widely mocked, even by people who support the Roe versus Wade. The idea that this penumbra's nonsense. I mean, it was all nonsense.
Well, hear me out. Then that set the stage for people to have it overturned under the guise of sending it back to the states. But many of those people's hidden motivations or ulterior motives were based in their faith, and they knew this would reduce the number of abortions, having it overturned.
I'm
Putting it
sure
back,
that's true.
and that's true. And secondly, these same people in these state legislatures are fighting like hell to stop these votes from happening in their states, because whenever they happen, the states are voting predominantly towards allowing abortion up to a certain reasonable window,
Good. That's
especially
good.
for women's health care.
That's how it should be.
Of course. But then you see what I'm saying, how this was done with a certain
What dates?
strong
What
air
weeks we
of
talking?
Christianity.
I mean, it was, it had it was clear support from the Catholic Church, both officially and by Catholics individually, and also from what you would call the Christian right, the Protestant Christian right. Yes, but I don't think that was. I don't see that at all in the Supreme Court's decision. There's no hint of that.
Babies
No,
now
there
survive.
isn't.
So babies survive out the womb now 22, 23, and 24 weeks. I think
Fine.
22 really is.
I go with conservative Supreme Court justice and the head Supreme Court justice in charge, John Roberts. He said he thought a reasonable compromise was 15 weeks at the federal level, and that an all-out reversal would be too much of a shock to the system. I thought that was a great way for him to put it.
And I agree with that a reversal was a shock. And although I don't agree with the Roe versus Wade decision, I think it was quite poor. It made life easier. I mean, it was great that it created this right to abortion, so that was good. I don't think it was justified, but it was a good result. But for me, I don't believe the ends justify the means. I think.
Can someone justify 1 million dead babies a year? Can someone justify that?
I could. They're not. You call them babies, but they're arguably something less than
pineapples, are they?
No, I mean they're not. I would say that the question of when sentient life begins is one that is not obvious.
You say
Yeah, I mean, I would say when it's survivable, then they're not to be aborted. So say 20 weeks, or give it a couple weeks buffer zone. Go back to what I said. Everybody should know. Any responsible female would know, and I heard this from my own female partner. 15 weeks, you definitely know you're pregnant. You're weeks into knowing. And if you don't want to have it, you have plenty of time at that point. The question here is not about that for me. It's that should be the time for elective procedures. Now, times that come up after this that are going to be extremely detrimental to the, to the health of the female, the mother, or are going to have a potentially, really bad outcome on either side. Let's just say that there needs to be some law to protect healthcare for these women who are in a bad way later on in pregnancy.
Protect the children,
protect the mothers.
No, the mothers. I'm talking about where things, the mother might die or get, extremely sick.
Okay, we're not talking about those exceptions to the rule that obviously if she carries on with the pregnancy, she could die herself. We're not talking about that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Those need to be made exceptions by.
Okay, so rape, incest, and complications, that's accounted for, and then that's not even called an abortion. It's a totally different medical procedure. It ends in the result of the baby being dead.
Well, it is an abortion.
If, for example, it's because the mother has serious risk of dying, it's not called an abortion. It's got its own specific name for that.
Sure. But the problem is, in some states right now, some of the doctors are so terrified, Texas in particular, that if they don't wait long enough for the mother to be sick enough, then they're going to get their fucking ass thrown in jail and fined and license taken away to practice. So they
I
don't.
mean, I don't
Well,
even
fuck that.
I don't like any restrictions. I think the
Sentient life.
restrictions should
Sentient
be
life?
that doctors should be reluctant to perform late term abortions. Mothers should be reluctant to get late term abortions.
It should be quite
But
clear, really.
yeah,
And
but
I
it
think
shouldn't be illegal, because if the circumstances, which I cannot predict, are extreme, then it should be available.
I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree.
Well, we differ
when
on
does
that.
sentient life begin? Can someone tell me? Heartbeat? Did you say a
No,
heartbeat?
no.
No,
I think
not
for
the heartbeat. After that,
Okay, so now we've got a disabled person that got run over by a lorry. They've only got a heartbeat. Is their life worth saving?
well, what'd you say earlier,
I don't know.
based like 22, 24, 26 weeks, say something like that?
survive. So that's survival. So now a fetus can survive out the woman's womb after 22 weeks. This recordings, and it's becoming
I'll
quite
be right
regular
back.
now, around
I
23 to 24.
get him ready to come on, or get him on. I don't care. There he is.
Hey, Topple.
I had to wait for his
He's afraid.
So last dance. Can you give me like I said, I know that they can survive after 22, but that that shouldn't be the limit. If they, because obviously in the womb they've still got the fingers, the toes, the eyelids, the ears. At that
Oh
stage,
no.
they don't look like is it a yogurt or whatever they call it, whatever the term is. It's a
Zygote.
baby. You can see it's a baby.
Yeah,
Just get you get the images up on a baby's progress now from the womb, and you'll see it. It's a baby.
yeah, I know what you're saying. It's a small human, I suppose you could say, but that doesn't.
Well, a heartbeat's 6 weeks.
A heartbeat is a mechanical
weeks.
thing. It's not really that isn't the measure of sentience.
Well, I'm just giving you what it is. 6
Yeah,
weeks.
I know heartbeat. Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty early.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? What is it in the UK? It's what is it? 20 weeks?
I think it's 24 weeks.
24 weeks. I mean that would
23,
work.
24 weeks.
That would almost all cases would be satisfied by that. I don't ever want there to be a case where it's the right thing to do, but the law prevents it.
Okay.
I just don't think. I don't know. I don't like the
So I've
idea.
done some research.
I don't like the government coming in,
Okay.
getting in the middle of decisions between a doctor
Okay.
and a woman. I'm not saying that that's always going to be the right decision. I just don't like the government getting in the way.
Your neighbor downstairs, right? Your neighbor downstairs. There was a house robbery, and she got murdered. She got shot and killed. She was pregnant. He gets charged ×2.
Yeah, there is an asymmetry in the law that's
Topple,
that
like
punish
that, Topple?
it punishes
You like that, Topple? You like that?
That's different states too. Every state has a different
But
law
wait, there,
with that.
you get done ×2.
Well, well, fine. I don't care.
So-
One's good enough than two. You're still going to stay the same time.
Yeah, so in 1 minute it's not a human, and the next minute it is a human.
I don't care about that.
As I said, the law is asymmetric intentionally. It treats
I think
criminals
you're
more
trolling,
harshly.
sorry.
It gives victims the benefit of the doubt.
So I missed this
and
conversation.
Criminals don't get the benefit of the doubt.
So, Base, you're against abortion for other than for emergency procedures, right? Or rape cases, or
I actually don't know really where I stand. I used to be quite low in weeks. I wanted it down to maybe.
My opinion keeps changing. The more should I see that happens in the U.S. So
yeah, well, I'm happy to admit that my opinion does change, but my opinion becomes more to the stage where it's really down towards the heartbeat. basically 6 weeks.
So you don't want it to be used as a form of birth control.
Yeah, so I done some research. I was on a debate a couple of years ago, and I found out some research that's quite shocking. So it turns out that 45% of women that are in having an abortion have already had one. Now, I think
For
that you can make a
what
mistake because it's horrific.
in those statistics, do they show why they had an abortion the
Well,
first time or the second time?
they need a fucking slap.
Well, for what though?
It's not birth control.
Are you against Planned Parenthoods? I don't know if you guys have that over there.
Well, if you're into killing basically loads of babies and especially African babies, then I suppose you're into that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
African American.
I wouldn't put it that
American,
way,
yes.
but I would say that, you know, I'd rather see more abortions and fewer than more children from women who would have otherwise have aborted them.
I'd rather see more abortions. How can you start a sentence with that statement?
Yeah,
So,
well, the sentence has to be completed. I'd rather see more
He had a
abortions.
Trump moment. All right, leave him alone.
I'd rather see more abortions than children born to women who would otherwise have aborted them if that was an option. Because those are going to be poor women who don't want children, women who don't have enough sense to use birth control. These are going to be people that are a drain on society.
Are you against
I'm sure
government?
I'm sure Smokesteve's missus will come back. I think there's 14
He's
different
back.
ways of contraception to stop you having children. So I mean, it's not like you're stuck for choices, is it?
Contraception requires a level of intelligence and follow through and
you got
care.
14 options.
And not everybody. People forget. You know, there's a lot of or people are stupid. There's a lot of stupid people.
Where they're 19 years old and drunk and
or any number of reasons, right? Well, then there's the morning after pill, which is a great thing.
Okay. Yeah, morning after
pill.
But except that, you know, Republican states want to ban that.
That's bullshit.
Well,
but once again, it's not hard to get a hold of morning after pill online, is it?
Yeah, it's hard.
No, you can't. No, you can buy them at the CVS down the street from you now.
Well, you live in Pennsylvania. That probably doesn't require a prescription. If you lived in Alabama, I don't know. It might not be so easy.
College just supplied these things. Yeah, we don't need to have babies. We're not going to supply you with a crash in your university, but we'll give you loads of like pills to stop you from getting pregnant.
I mean, there's a phrase that the left has always used, and that it is trust women. And I usually, you know, spit on these stupid phrases. But that's the bottom line for me. In the most cases, if a woman wants to have an abortion, I'm going to trust them. I don't want to raise the kid that they don't want. I don't want to take responsibility.
You're going to trust the woman or trust the doctor?
That's my modification is trust
you're not
the woman and her doctor.
It's a moral judgment now. You're not the father. It's a moral judgment. So you're not looking. You don't know your responsibility to look after the child. But there's a lot. Moral judgment.
It's a moral judgment, but there's a lot more
factors
to it. A child born has to be taken care of, and that's going to cost everybody. If the child becomes a criminal, that's going to hurt lots of people. So it's not as simple as just what happens before the child is born. And I don't really want to take responsibility for children that women who are pregnant don't want to have.
Right. Okay. So I heard this point the other day, and it sort of hit home. So the scenario goes that obviously, you know, what about when the woman gets raped? And you know,
that's very rare. So, but yeah,
obviously, but that's the one the liberals will throw at you.
Well, rape in a home factor, as in a family member raping them.
It doesn't matter who.
Yeah, it does, because a rape victim will go to the hospital. A family member won't.
I see what you're saying.
Let me just make a point. So there's a pregnancy at the end of it, regardless whether it's a family member or whether it's a stranger. So someone gets raped, and as a result, there's now a pregnant woman.
Right.
Now, when answered, they said there's 100 people in this crowd. Statistically, someone might have been conceived by rape. Can you tell which person that was? Or if I had the picture of a pregnancy, could you tell which one was,
Are we not caring about
conceived
the
from rape?
woman's
Yeah,
mental?
I don't understand your point here, Welshman.
Are we not
Well,
caring about the
the
woman's mental state at this point?
I think if
well,
I understand, I understand that
I'm,
point.
the point I'm making is, if there's a crowd of say 200 people, say that that no one can tell that's
I
a
deny
person,
it.
that's their own key person. They should be, you can't tell this. So what we're saying by it, the person, the baby is the innocent there.
Yeah, the baby, but the mother is the one who has to carry this
I know.
baby that's like from a rapist, a person who committed a violent act towards her through. I mean, give me a fucking break.
Well,
No fucking way, dude.
I mean, from the
No, don't take it that I'm defending any of these actions.
No.
I
But
know you're not defending.
you're only taking like this girl, woman, whatever, has to go through 8 months carrying something very foreign to her, and it's a reminder every single day.
That's crazy.
It's a reminder.
But I'm not saying that like I said, those exceptions can't be made. That's sort of where I am. But when you make the point that it's regardless whether the child was conceived through rape or not, however horrendous, like, which it is, I'm saying it's not. At the end of the day, there's a child at the end of it, and of course you're actually victimizing the child by
Well,
by
right.
deporting
We
them.
all know that it's not going to
Deporting
be
the
like the kid's not going to have some disease from being the child of a rape,
No, but it would be
raped mother or father who was a rapist. There's no.
the end result is you're punishing the innocent child. That's sort of
No, the end result is the mother existed and will before and will exist after, and a criminal came and committed a felony on her body, and now that it should be allowed for that woman to say, "I'm not going to have a violent rapist be the father of my child." You know that.
Huh.
It's simple. It's not even a question.
I understand the point, and I get the point. Obviously,
and I get your point, based, but I still think, on balance, you
should be between a doctor and a woman.
On balance, I think that's a special case where you need to let the woman have the option of abortion.
Like I said, let's go back to the more general cases where, like in the UK, 45% of all abortions are carried out to women that have already had an abortion. That's horrendous, quote. I think that's horrendous.
Yeah, I'll bet that most of those are people who are woefully ignorant and don't understand. You don't really understand how the whole thing works.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. It's a subject. It's polarizing. You said,
you probably don't know anybody, based, who's that stupid. But there are people, and there's no shortage of them, who don't really know how things work. They have sex because they enjoy it. They don't really quite understand what's all this birth control. What does it mean? Can I take it? It's all confusing to them.
It's like that lad who has like 7 kids or 8 kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's women out there that have 6 abortions. They're odd. They're not the general, but there are almost probably women out there that have had 6 abortions.
Base.
And he's like, wow.
Well, there was a receiver in the National Football League. I think his name was Antonio Cromartie. You ever look into how many kids and different mothers he has?
Well, he got money, so
he had money, but
you want to know who's got more kids? It's Elon Musk has
10.
like 10 kids from 5 different mothers, but he can support them. But still, that's pretty spooky. I mean, you know, I don't
Elon, I know Elon's on 10. So wow.
the idea of some guy like Genghis Khan spreading his seed all around is a little creepy, and maybe a lot creepy, but
Well,
definitely
there's
at
like
least
a million.
a little
There's like
creepy.
a million fucking Genghis Khan.
Well, I know that's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you ever hear what Elon said about his one kid that ended up going with early on, like puberty blockers and stuff?
For
What did he say?
What did he say?
He said that those drugs stole my relationship with that kid and ruined it for all, basically.
How old was the kid when they were taking the drugs?
I'd have to have the story pulled up in front
Yeah.
of me.
I've
But
seen photos. The child looks about like maybe it's like 13 or 14 now, or 12.
Well,
something.
I
Like
need
that.
exact age. I'm not going to go off.
Yeah.
There's
Go
if
get it then.
if the child's 18 and does what they want to do,
No.
it's on them.
yeah,
No,
it might be.
puberty blockers are given way before 18.
It's too late
They
at
wanna
that
stop,
point.
They want to stop
Too
puberty.
late at that
There's no
point.
point.
I don't know. I
18
know
is
some
too
people
late.
that went through puberty late in life.
Yeah, but look,
18 would be.
majority of people go through puberty.
How traumatic was it, Topple?
Girls are younger than
No,
boys.
we know one here. His name's Afed. He
I
says
know. It wasn't necessarily puberty that was delayed with him, but I mean, I know what you're saying, and I'm laughing. As long as he's not here, we can laugh.
Yes.
Don't forget, Elon signed a permission paper to allow that to happen, and he regretted that. AJC, yeah, and
He also regrets
He
taking
signed
the
that
jab,
away?
which I was quite surprised about that he took it. But he said,
yeah,
I took one.
mean,
I think.
he's got a brilliant mind when it comes to engineering and electricity, on so many levels. Engines,
Does he?
definitely.
Or does he have the money to pay engineers?
No, he's definitely very, very savvy when it comes to that sort of stuff. And he's good at hiring smart ones, too. His level kind of fucking fly. Yes?
Have you seen the clip of Elon having an interview where a chap mentions something about hot gases and then a light bulb goes off in Elon's house? And 8 months
Yeah,
later,
when the guy basically talks to him about how he can, like, vent the gases on the side of a rocket. And Elon decides during the interview to talk to his engineers about what this guy just suggested.
Yeah, basically,
actually,
I can get the clip. I got it up like a couple of days ago. Do you want to get the clip up? It's hilarious. It's like 8 months later
sure.
they actually used that, and there's like a re-interview 8 months later. Do you want to get it?
I don't know if it's going to be that interesting, but maybe that's what he's good at, is evaluating other people's talent. Sometimes to run big businesses, especially tech stuff, that could be as desired as the talent itself. A headhunter.
He's very good at sticking things onto the market. He's very good at getting things to move. He's very good at getting, like you said, I don't think he designs so much lots of stuff. Even though you could say that's not his main attribute, but I think it's getting things together. It's like he bought that. People said, "Oh, he didn't make Tesla. He bought the name. It was the name he bought. Tesla. That's what he wanted. Wasn't the company he wanted? He bought the company. He knew what he was doing. People say like he bought the, like you said, he bought the car company. Well, he bought the name. It's like X. It's like everything's either X or Tesla, really, and like the boring companies. Like
I think you could say this: he's been an owner or partial owner of companies, not just companies, but innovative companies that are on the forefront of technology, including PayPal and Tesla and SpaceX and Starlink, and now X. So, I mean, I don't know if he's a genius or just lucky. I don't know him, but I will say that he's certainly not just, he's been an innovator, at least a purchaser and runner of innovative companies.
That can stick the biggest flying object in the world onto 2 metal chopsticks, which closed like maybe 6 foot in about 2 seconds and cradled it carefully.
That was stripped out, man. AJC,
It's
you
the
said
first attempt, and they pulled it off.
right. AJC says he sacked all the smart people at Twitter. Would that be Jack Dorsey?
No.
No,
Well, first of all, Twitter had a payroll that was unbelievably large.
70% he sacked. 70%
He got rid of a lot of the employees just to trim it down. And a lot of the people didn't want to work for him because he's, a free speech guy. And I don't think he gave them, a second chance. So away they went. I don't know. I think Twitter still works just fine.
It's very right now.
So it's hard to say.
Oh, that's just your feed, bro.
No. If you go through, I got a lot of lefties on there.
Twitter only goes down when like Trump's on his Spaces or something like that.
What?
Or Elon's on his Spaces. So you would understand that maybe you might have a bit of a fucking problem. Or got a DDoS attack or whatever that is.
After he did all these firings, people predicted that Twitter would just stop.
Yeah, and nothing happened.
And it didn't. There were definitely some bumps there, but no, it didn't stop.
It's goofy as hell. Like, I don't agree with the way he does the blue check marks thing.
No,
I think before
that's a money gain. That's only a money gain.
Yeah, I think before he used to give them to people who, like, if you worked your ass off, based Welshman, and got a following, an old Twitter, which wasn't as good, you might get a blue check mark for gaining.
The only way, there was no rhyme or reason for who got blue check marks. It was basically if you knew someone who knew someone at Twitter.
What, in the old days?
It was truly an insider's game.
Last Dance is 100% correct. If you were involved in legacy, I'll give you examples now. We would get like BBC employees, or it could be like just from like a shitty newspaper, like anyone. But as long as it was just a legacy branded thing. They would have like
Hayden had one.
I was about to say Hayden had one. How can you say that?
Hayden had one.
But Hayden had a huge website.
He still has one.
It's a huge world website.
No, he doesn't buy that shit. He's too cheap.
But my point was, they would have like 1,000 subs or 2,000 subs, and you would have like people that were playing off to be journalists, but because they weren't part of any legacy media, they would not get the blue ticks. You just wouldn't get them. Last Dance is 100% correct. It didn't matter how popular you were, how much interaction you had, how big your following was. If you didn't have the narrative legacy sort of thing, you weren't going to get that blue tick.
Interesting. So Elon went ahead and said, fuck all that. Nobody's getting one. Not even the venerable and honorable William Shatner was denied a blue check. Elon said nobody
killed his wife.
$8.
Yeah, Elon said no favoritism, Bill.
No, he killed his wife. Guy doesn't deserve.
With the thing that happened out on the boat?
No, it wasn't a boat. It was in a pool.
Oh, that time?
Oh, there was 2 times?
He didn't kill his wife.
He killed his wife.
No, come on.
Who killed Mick Jones?
Who?
He's the original lead guitar player for the Stones, drowned in a pool in the Hollywood Hills.
Drug addicts. He probably fucking just dozed off.
I'm sure he was completely sober when he drowned.
Yeah, I know, right?
I heard an interview with Elon where they were flying and they were talking about switching a server down, and they were saying you can't switch this server down. And it was New Year's Eve, and so it was obviously just after he bought it, and he went straight to the server in Sacramento, I think it was, and they went there with just him and a couple of his advisors, and they switched it off. Took them a couple of hours, managed to switch it off and carried on normal operations. And it was supposed to be that they were advised that couldn't do this, etc. But he surrounds himself. He surrounds himself with very clever people, and they're allowed to speak openly. I think to solve these sort of problems, and they're very clever. Clearly.
Now, is Mick Jones in the Kinks?
I don't recognize the name.
Mick Jagger, are you thinking?
Mick Jones sounds very British.
Just
Oh, Lord.
categorize them in all one.
Where's Aphid? I used to like the last few weeks he came on early, and then like the next day I'd be like, oh yeah, I actually remember talking to him. Now this week he's clearly going to be
It
later.
becomes it all.
Probably
Yeah,
watching
right.
scary movies.
That's Saturday night.
No. Friday nights for the wife, maybe.
It could be entirely
Maybe.
possible.
Date night.
Are you going to have one for election night or anything like that? Or
I think RW wants to put something together. I'm sure he'd love you to be a part of it.
I'm putting a live together in the UK. There's going to be multiple guests. So,
You know how I
Put it
do
up.
election night? This is how I celebrate election night.
I've
I
got
Lights
go to
out.
bed at the usual time and wake up and find out who the president is.
You don't
Yeah,
watch
sometimes.
You don't watch John King like give
Nope.
you all the stats from every
Nope.
state,
I used to.
and then Wolf Blitzer says, and now it's official. CNN is calling it. Georgia is going to blah blah blah. You know, you don't.
Right. I used to do that, and it was exciting, but it's not exciting
Not fun.
anymore.
It's not fun.
we're gonna do multiple channels, so we're gonna switch between obviously the left and the right and see how it runs through.
Good.
So you're gonna go to the Young Turks, and then you're gonna go to Alex
Yeah.
Jones.
You
Yep.
know it.
Chink Younger.
We're gonna be flickering like fuck everywhere.
I love seeing progressives just cry, though. So I admit I enjoy that. So
Chank Younger, or however you say that fucking guy's
Chunk
name,
Younger.
whoa.
from the Young Jerks.
Sorry for all our Asian.
He
viewers.
went on Twitter the other day and he said that he thought that Trump's McFrench Fry campaign stunt was extremely successful, and he totally triggered all of his followers. They were like flipping out.
Oh, right. Well, remember the Hillary? A lot of people didn't go out to vote because they thought this was in the bag. He's doing the fearmonger and get out and vote.
Yeah,
the French fries just put him over.
Yeah, so the Trump at his best is when he said, look, I've done 15 more. He said, I've done 15 more minutes than Camilla's ever done at McDonald's.
I'll tell you what I think his best moment.
McDonald's.
His best moment to that was when
because Trump's just proven a point.
His best in that thing was when one of the employees standing near the cash register got a chance to speak and said, "It's just so cool that you came and to hang with us, and we're just so ordinary." And he stopped this person in their tracks and said twice, "You are not ordinary. You are not ordinary." And like, I think like if he just could pull that off every time and connecting with people, he'd be so much more successful than this ridiculous bombastic things that he says. Like, I thought that was such a nice connection with that person. And that's the connection he wants to have with all of America.
Do you understand he does this all the time? It's just not showcased.
Yeah, he's been doing that for like all his life with in the estate game, isn't it? You know, with the builders and all that.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying that, but he
used to know a lot of them, didn't he, by their names, didn't he? He used to learn a lot of the builders by their names. They say, "Oh, what's happening?" Quick,
and then not pay them afterwards.
And not pay them. Yeah,
I mean, it's like he should be if he could only harness his, reserved side, which actually exists when he speaks to people one-on-one. But when he gets up there and he starts freewheeling and fucking bobbing and zagging and fucking coming up with lines, the whole thing goes fucking south.
It sounds like you could vote for him, Steve. Think about it now. You sounds like
I don't know.
You know he means what he
don't
goes
get him
on
in trouble here. Don't.
No,
get
I
him in
couldn't.
trouble.
I can't because of his.
Don't worry about your missus.
Oh,
don't worry about your missus. Just don't worry about your missus.
They didn't get paid for a certain reason.
She wouldn't care.
They didn't follow the contract.
It's not that. It's just, same with both of them.
It's for your country now. For your country.
That's the thing. I won't give my vote away to somebody that I'm not behind.
He's not your savior,
It's like your first time. You got to be careful who you give it away
He's not
to.
your savior, but look what the other result is. The other result
I don't want to be called a slut.
is 3.5 years of the same of what you've already had. Because it doesn't matter who's at the top of that tree. Doesn't matter with them. This would be exactly the same as what you've already had. If you want 4 years the same, or another 4.5 years.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, another thing that goes here is my vote wouldn't matter unless I voted for her. She's going to get about 73% in the state of
Can't
Massachusetts.
look at it that way, Steve.
But like I said earlier in the pub, you may not have been here. If the
I might not.
Republicans had a candidate that I did like, I would vote Republican. If all of
Gabbard.
their
Tushy
Huh?
Gabbard. Tushy Gabbard.
well, I need to see all their policies and
Oh,
really,
you just gotta see
think
her.
about it. I'm
Look
not
at the dream
opposed to
team.
it.
Look at the
bro.
dream team. They've got
It's
Cheney.
just-
They've got Cheney, right?
Huh?
Trump's got. They've got Cheney. Trump's got fucking.
What's Cheney?
Liz
Cheney.
Cheney. Liz
What
Cheney.
is she? What is she though?
She's the dream
Well,
team,
exactly.
part of the dream team.
She's part
Yeah,
of the.
they're dream
What is she
team.
part of the in politics though?
Harris Waltz endorsement.
Okay.
She's doing the
then you've got
Harris
Elon,
waltz.
and then you've got Tulsi.
I don't care what anybody says. That guy seems like he'd be fun to hang out with, though. I don't care. He seems like he'd be fun.
Waltz.
Waltz. Oh yeah, I would
Yeah.
party with him.
I
He's-
swear, if Chris Farley didn't die and you put that white hair on his head, he would have played waltz perfectly,
sure.
man. Oh,
I mean,
God.
Tulsi Gabbard. I got to be fair. She's a woman you should vote for. She's
Well,
a woman
that's-
of color.
That's
You
what
would
should be the
smash it.
VP.
You would
That should have
all
been the
smash
VP.
it, and you know it'd be a tremendous match.
Well, maybe she's planning. What you know? What I'm really looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the end of Trump.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
get
it.
I get
It could be Tuesday or Wednesday, most likely, or
Yep.
Friday,
I
Right.
think JD Vance has been really impressive. I know, like a lot of people.
he
have
knows how to
those.
talk. He's a liar too. Ugh. He stinks a politician when you see him, though.
all right.
He knows
We've
his
got a poll
issues.
question. We've got a poll question. This was asked on Michael Smerconish's website a few days ago.
CNN. Let's do this.
No, his own website.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's
Dot
just a
Net
bully.
dot
CNN.
/CNN at the end, maybe. But anyways, the question was, do you think the supporters of the party that loses will be more destructive for the supporters of Trump or Harris? Will be more destructive on the losing side?
I usually go Democrat, but I don't know about this one.
Yeah, I think it depends. I think if Trump snaps his fingers, his supporters will be do more damage.
Yeah.
I think if he doesn't, then there won't be any damage. I think it's all up to Trump.
You know, I changed my mind.
Just like January 6th.
It's gonna be Harris supporters. I don't care. It's gonna be
Wow.
Harris supporters.
You're in the minority, Toffel, on that poll at least.
On
Not
CNN.
because- Yeah, it's Smerconish, but it was around 68. I picked. I won't tell you who I picked, but
Well, what happened after Hillary lost? Was there protests that damaged things? I don't think
really
there was-
remember.
It wasn't
There's-
like Black Lives Matter or any of that stuff.
well, we
There's-
need. You know who's an expert
But-
on this is Drone Tech. He
But
would be like-
after Trump lost, he got 8 officers or 12 officers killed. What else?
Hundreds.
Hundreds. Yes.
Hundreds of officers were killed.
Not jokingly, there was officers that did lose their lives. Now, if you want to say it was because of that, that's your opinion.
One guy had a stroke and died.
The next
Well,
day,
4 others
the
commit
next
suicide
day.
too.
Well, what does that have to do with Trump?
Hold on a second.
Well,
Eastwind. I'll restate the poll as close as possible if I can. Which followers would cause more damage on the losing side
If their candidate loses.
if their candidate loses? So Trump supporters or Harris supporters. So on the losing side, after the presidency is decided, who is more likely to cause more damage? Was the general gist of the question. And thus far, we've had basically, you guys haven't said that you're uneasy about Harris. You said you're more uneasy about Trump, and the potential the potential energy for it is on the Trump side, depending on what the Grand Poobah says for the
Putting words in my mouth there, aren't you?
Is that right?
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Is that right for you,
I think
Terminator
Tom
T15?
says he thinks Harris people would be.
I'm going to say Harris.
You're instigating in your
No.
No,
I'm
I
giving you my honest opinion. I think it's going to be Harris. I don't see a
What do you
generation.
think they're gonna throw some limp-wristed, throw some roses or something around at everybody?
That's what I'm thinking too. It's like they're mostly
Wow, you do know Democrats do have guns. They do manly things. Mostly the women.
Well, Kamala has one. She told us.
a
Kamala,
Glock. She got a Glock.
She's got a Glock. A Glock 19, probably.
Glockenspiel.
Very illegal in California.
is it going to be like when she goes to pull the trigger and the clip pops out and the slide shoots back and oh, God, what happened?
What's a slide? I don't know.
I don't know either. Apparently, it's from Donut Operator told me. What do you think? Harris people will feed some children. They'll feed them real fast. Like pies. Pew, 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 pew. And the problem is half the children will be illegal immigrants. And I don't want those children to have our American food. All right, Eastwind, let's try to keep up here.
I will always feed a starving child. How dare you?
I know.
That's so wrong, Steve.
Supporters will just shake their head in anger about how dysfunctional the government is. Harris supporters, either way, are the norm this country is heading towards.
See, that's what scares me about Trump losing. There's supporters out there who will be like, this is the second time they did it. We need to tear this government down. That's what scares me about that one.
Especially
oh, fuck.
Speaking of Trump supporters.
Did I come at a bad time?
No,
you made me feel uncomfortable today. You asked.
Well,
how are you doing, Nathan?
I think you made yourself feel uncomfortable is what happened.
I did. I felt dirty. I had to look it up, and I'm like, holy shit. I really thought they were journalists. I didn't know they were PR people.
Sorry.
Well, they're in charge of talking to and lying to the journalist.
Oh, you're making me feel better.
Right.
Like I was
that's
almost
why
on
it's
the right pathway.
That's why it's a big deal, because they're journalists you would expect to lie. These are actual government officials. They're not supposed to lie, but
are they put in place by the president, or are they always...
Oh yeah.
Oh, then I don't care then. They're gonna lie for their or who's in office at that time.
I don't know.
Do you think we voted for Spicer?
Is the stenographer put in by the president, or is that just a position?
Turn your mic volume down just a little bit, Aphid.
Mine?
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't think the stenographer is something that switches from president to president. Is it?
I don't know. I doubt it.
No, they carry on. They're totally impartial.
Oh, so they're not put in place by a part or
no
administration.
Because there's some of the ones that were when Trump was in, they were mentioning. So basically, their job is to be completely impartial and just put down exactly what was said, and then record that, and then put that into the archives or whatever they got to do with it. Well, obviously, then the White House has changed their official.
They did understand it was on video, right?
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't matter. They'll try.
They're pissed.
Yeah, I know.
People will spin anything if they can get away with it.
Because they'll just release that on CNN and all that, so they believe that. And
What's their names again? What's their job name?
Press officials.
Oh, you said something stenographers or something.
Stenographer.
Stenographer.
It's a big word. I can't say it.
Say it again.
Stenographer.
Stenographer. Okay.
It's like the person that types.
Yeah, I knew what their job was. I just didn't know the name of it. Like,
In the
Is
court,
my volume better? I did the automatically adjust volume, so I don't know if that.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Maybe I'll just
Yeah,
move the mic a little.
Maybe I
Oh,
just
that
don't
sounds-
like your voice.
I can leave.
no, your voice
I'm a
is
little later
fine.
than
It
I
was fine
intended.
before. It was nice and loud earlier.
Smokesteve, you got to ask AFED the CNN or what's his name's question. Did I hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Trying to get a little dot out of my scotch. All right,
What?
Aphid, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
What
I got my hand on the
side?
buzzer.
What group of people who?
Words.
What group of presidential supporters or voters on the losing side after the election is most likely to cause the most damage on the losing side? So, like rioting, whatever.
You'd have to go with history. That'd be
Democrats, right?
No.
It's not lying. When Hillary lost, was there what you had?
Now there was a bunch of tears.
Yes.
There was a bunch of Trump supporters. What did they used to say? Bathing in the tears of the liberal tears.
Liberal tears. Yes.
So, I mean, you're saying Trump.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, most. There's no like hardcore.
Now he's gonna make me hate him.
Democrat, people, really.
What about Antifa?
I mean, there's
Antifa
hardcore.
comes to mind. BLM comes to mind.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're not like. I mean, what?
Don't put BLM in that. That was Antifa.
So what you're saying is they're the exceptions to the rule. So basically, the Democrats are pretty soy enriched, big cactus.
What I'm saying is Republicans are more into the party, and that's the cause of their movement. Where the Democrats have tons of stupid reasons why they get all.
Democrats really hate Trump, though. The Democrats. Mine's more important. The Democrats really hate Trump, though. Really, really hate Trump.
Yeah, but I mean, the Republicans hate.
Here's a big difference. Republicans, if Trump loses, will be primed to assume that it was because of fraud.
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Democrats will just assume that people are just too stupid to vote for their candidate.
Right, exactly.
When Hillary lost, the only thing you heard the Democrats say is she was so horrible. How could she lose? They were blaming Hillary. While the Republicans was blaming this false narrative.
Hillary blames the Russians.
What?
Yeah.
Well, no, her supporters at that time. No, Democrats, like I just watched the Young Turks again. Right after the final, they start blaming Hillary for losing.
It was funny.
Am I wrong?
No,
yeah,
but
I mean that's the Young Turks. That's not the Democrats. The Young Turks is definitely not the Democrats, though.
Oh. And actually, a lot of Democrats that I knew or still know, some have changed. They were blaming her in her campaign.
I still think, though, that Trump, if he loses, can control what happens by saying one thing or saying another.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nobody's going to be like fighting for Kamala.
Why? You're not going to fight for her?
No,
Why not?
They might fight against Trump, but they're not going to.
She could be the first woman.
What about the unburdened?
They will remain unburdened.
Because
I can see Biden coming out.
They will be unburdened by electoral success.
Biden's going to high five Trump.
Honestly, the more I hear, like I said earlier on, the more I hear Kamala speak, and like she has got no substance at all. Like I said, she's less with it than Joe is. Honestly,
The whole narrative that Joe hates Kamala. I'm not sure any of it is true, but I guarantee you that he hates Trump more than he hates Kamala.
Well, I mean, I would be
I don't know.
willing to say, let's pull up some Kamala clips where she's real inspirational. I'm down. I'll
Oh
put it-
God, this is such a CNN.
I'll say this:
I-
I think that if they waited another month, even waited longer to get rid of Biden, they would have had a better chance of winning this election.
Yeah, they waited too fucking long.
No, they didn't
Why
wait
not?
That's
enough.
why.
is
That's
what I'm
why I
saying.
can't believe this was.
They were
set
on the.
up.
They were on that high, right? Like
Yeah,
a
until the
sweet
debate.
spot.
And
So
then
you
Trump
think
got
the
shot.
you
they
think the
waited,
ideal
they
time
waited.
is just
waited.
when that
Just
high hits, and
Right,
then-
yeah,
then
right
you're left.
before the election.
That's a good
Right
point. It
before the
really is.
election, they should have pulled them,
Yeah,
put
but
her
the
in,
reason
and
why
she
they did it
saves
as
the
late as
day.
they
Everybody's
did-
like, "Oh, yes."
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'll tell you another thing that whole Democrats did wrong is if you go back. I'm gonna preface this. But if you go back to, I think it was when Biden debated Trump, he said something about how shitty everything was right when he took office, and Trump did nothing but blame the COVID for it. So when they keep saying this, "Are you better off 4 years ago?" thing, they should be like, "Yeah, I'm actually better off than I was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I was locked in my house, and
Right.
the
I'm
economy's
terrified
going, the economy's going improving now instead of decreasing. You know,
Right. Absolutely.
But there's too. Additionally, on that, you do have to recognize there's too much spending.
No, that won't matter.
Yeah.
I think.
Money is funneling out in rivers, my friends.
Oh,
My
only
brother.
you care. Only you and I
Fucking
care about that.
rivers.
To
You
other
and I get-
countries.
No, I think Aphid Lip has a good point. Those are the big themes that win elections. And
yeah.
you stick to them. That's
If
your
nothing-
thing. Are you better off now than you were?
If
I guess
nothing
for me,
else,
what I say is-
it would have brought Trump or his party into the defensive about it was COVID, it was COVID, it was COVID. Well, then you got to think, well, if it was COVID, it was COVID, it was COVID. Where we're at right now is it was COVID, it was COVID, it was COVID. You know, I mean, you can't prove that Trump would have handled the situation. We'd be better off 4 years later. You know,
No, it's good because Trump's not really proud of what he did during COVID.
I have a
He's a little defensive about
that's
it.
another
So,
positive of it.
Your wife has a question.
Indeed. Read it.
Well, you're not going to pop it on the screen. You better pop that on that screen.
That's not.
You're playing with fire there, my man.
Well, I have my
why do you
producer
think
there.
Trump could win? He's winning they're
I think
by
it's-
winning the swing
The
states.
polls. The
Right.
polls.
Well, I don't know. The three northeastern ones, seem to be going, but they're so close. You can't.
They're so close.
But
if
they
they go
are
one
going
way, he can win.
Kamala, and the three southern and Arizona are going Trump. But if those three go Trump and Philadelphia and I can't remember the other two
Well, not
go.
Pennsylvania, not Philadelphia.
Michigan.
I mean Pennsylvania go
Yeah.
No,
Kamala, then
in
she's
the back
got
chat,
it.
mate. This
She
is a good
gets-
video clip. Only 50 seconds.
Yeah, but it could go either way. I mean, it's
Right.
it's very close. How do Republicans? They don't need a unified Republican Party. No, there's no unified party. There's no such thing where it's
Yeah, I don't even know if
unanimous.
the Democrats have a unified
No,
party.
of course not. There's no such thing. There never was.
I don't know if there's never been.
And I'm just letting you know, Pennsylvania's going Harris.
I think the Republican Party was more unified when Trump won the first time than they are now. But that doesn't mean that
I mean, how are they not?
he's not going to
unified?
win.
I assure you, they're very unified.
You want us based? You're actually endorsing Kamala. You sent me a Kamala clip.
Yeah, I know, but this is she fumbles her way through it. She literally can't come up with any sentences that make any sense. She just gives.
Oh,
you
there's
talking about
plenty of
democracy.
Trump evidence of that one too.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we'll come.
Come on.
really.
You're showing a small little skit. You can watch a whole video of Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Like any one of his speeches. I can't even stand listening to it. They're so horrible.
There's so many. It's hard to find one in particular because they're one after another linked. No, I mean, come on.
Play it.
He's dropping He's dropping hits
Yeah,
every
let me have
day.
a beer for this. I needed
It's
a
like-
beer and a
it's like
cigarette.
she-
Never
she's
stops
got the-
giving.
They're giving her the same drugs they gave Joe. He's fucking flipping out.
Many Republicans are voting Harris. I
I
don't know.
mean,
I don't know anybody I knew that.
I mean, that's
cheated.
plainly that's not true.
And I know a lot of people. I'm not a
Yeah, me
loser.
too.
All right, I'm back. What's up? What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Not you. Not you. I
No,
love
no.
you.
I know you're laughing at me.
No, not you. I'm being serious. I'm checking out the old geezer form of AFED has.
The old geezer, what?
What are you
Look
like?
at the top row here. You got us.
I just came from a funeral.
Oh, well, why you gotta make me feel like
Christ.
shit? You know what? Why the fuck are you wearing that?
I just came from a funeral.
Oh, well, so did I.
Actually, it
So
came
there.
from the funeral. Came from the funeral a long time ago, but then we got invited to the after funeral
Oh,
party. So I unexpectedly had to drop everything I was doing and go up to a
Well,
restaurant.
I'm
my
sorry for your
condolences.
loss.
Is it someone?
No, it's not. It's we're at that age where
Yeah.
every other week one of my friends' parents is dying. and
Aren't
that
you
was
like
nice.
only 45?
No, I'm 50, dude.
Oh,
51.
yeah. Think how Last Dance feels.
Yeah, you've gotten older in
Well,
one
he's
second.
he's in that grace period where there some of his friends are dying, but they're early deaths. So it's all his friends' parents are already dead, so he doesn't have to go to those.
I only have one friend, and he died.
Oh, Jesus!
We're all shitting all over each other tonight.
How long
Cheers.
did it take? How long did it take you to delete his name or her name
What do you mean delete?
in the phone? You keep the name in the phone?
I don't. As far as I know, I didn't delete it.
Okay.
Wow, that is
Why bother?
That's a
Yeah,
morose
really.
question. And also, Aphid Lip with your whole.
Old people used to cross them out in their books, their phone books, or whatever the hell they had.
Yeah, well, I'm not an old person, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not old. You aren't. You are. You're not old.
Oh, this will make you feel good, Last Dance. At this funeral tonight,
Oh,
there was a
Jesus.
lady there that was 108 and a half years old. And she was
Oh.
like sharp. She was in a wheelchair, but
Was she
I
like, let
but
me
her
die?
brain was, you could tell she wasn't like,
Was she hot?
Was she trying to jump into the
Jimmy,
casket?
Why would that make
But
me
her-
feel good?
because it made me feel good. So you're that
Okay.
much older than me, so it has to make you feel good.
It just makes me jealous.
I'm like,
I
we're
know
only
I'll never
halfway. We're only
live that
halfway
long.
there. But
Makes me angry because I know I'm
You're
not going to
actually
live that
50
long.
years old? Jeez.
as far as 108-year-olds go, she was hot. She was super hot. Like if you lined up every 108-year-old, she was probably close to the top.
I can believe that, I guess.
I have nothing.
Yes, we all did cup of tea.
Yeah.
Rip both of those guys.
Well, not all of us.
Yeah, clearly
Topple.
Topple doesn't give two shits about anybody.
Oh no, I wasn't even talking about that. Oh Jesus, no.
It's obvious. You have made an audible
miss Sloop.
exhale of disgust when I
miss
brought it
Sloop.
onto the screen.
And Duke, he'll be truly missed. I really do mean that.
Yes.
I think
so.
Smokesteve likes dogs more than Topple likes
Yeah.
Duke.
And that's a pretty low bar.
No, I knew who Duke was. We didn't really talk that much. But I would never, I didn't have no hatred towards him.
Secretly, I actually like dogs.
No, you don't. Stop
You
lying.
curb stomp him. Every
You're
chance
like,
you get.
oh, it broke its nail. I got to put it down.
I only had a dog once, and we gave it away.
That's how I
Why?
was until I was an adult.
Because you kept beating on it?
No, because I was a dumbass and I was in college, and then we found this awesome family that took it. It was an Old English sheepy.
Mm-hmm.
They loved it. The fucking thing fit right in. It was perfect,
Yeah.
It was cool as a college dog, but better as a family dog.
I don't even know what a college dog is.
I don't
You
even
didn't
know
live
what
in
a
the
college
dorms,
dog
did you?
No, after we moved out of the dorms in that time when we had a college house
Yeah.
and people
I
live
would
in.
I would have never considered having a dog. Too much responsibility.
Your whole life?
That's
why
you
When I was in college.
Oh, yeah.
Failed. Too much dog.
Oh shit. Oh, I thought he was saying Big Earn died.
Nah, he's invincible. Or he would have died from one of his live stunts.
Yeah, that
Right.
guy was great, man.
Nah, the other one. Who's the one that would drink a whole vodka bottle and all that shit?
Shoe nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot, nice. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I was waiting for his day.
I don't know if I ever really believed him that those were real stunts.
I don't
Big
know. I
Earn
think they
actually
kind of were.
did that on one of his. He claimed he drank a
Who?
Big Earn in his.
Oh, what is-
The whiskey thing.
Are you talking about the live stream, Smokesteve?
Yeah.
I was there that night, and I was fearing for his life
Yeah, when he was like
because
fell
he was in
onto
the bathroom, and
toilet,
they're both in
like,
there,
like
and he's
fell
like, I can't.
onto.
He's like, I can't throw up. You know, I need to throw up. I
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
throw up.
exactly. Yep.
Oh, it's horrible.
Seemed real, but also that guy was so shrewd. I wouldn't be surprised if it was all staged.
Shrewd.
It could be fake.
He had a Hayden tattoo put on him.
And a Duke.
Is that
Yes.
evidence of his
Why would you?
non-shrewdness?
Why would you put that bald bastard on your skin?
Because the guy's a hero to all of us.
I mean,
Jesus.
we're all nothing.
He was
so
an
who
evil
cares?
person.
He wasn't evil.
Who, Hayden?
No, Earn.
Oh, he's not evil.
I just thought he was a unique guy. That when I first saw him on that Scherstraumen video, and then every other one, and his father, what was his dad's name? White something. White Crow? White Cloud? Do you remember him?
No, I don't.
I forgot he was Indian.
But as soon as you say it, it just sounds like typical Big Earn bullshit.
So that was
Right.
that guy who was always like defending him like it was his son in the comments. And then it turns out he says he was his father or whatever. White Cloud or White
He shit
Crow.
on it. He shit on his dad. He's similar to Ted Cruz. He changed his
God,
name
here
to
we go with
Trump.
Ted Cruz. Come
He
on.
changed his name to Trump because he said that Trump was his father.
Do any of you guys, did you ever regularly watch CNN? There was a show by some guy with Dan Le Batard. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
And he would have this guy who was supposedly his dad on the show with him. And I mean, I always thought it was fake, but I was never sure. Well, it turns out it was fake. But I'm still
wasn't.
not absolutely sure it was fake.
It wasn't his dad.
It wasn't his dad. It was just some guy pretending to be a Cuban immigrant.
Guy with the really thick accent.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, he was not his father.
Was it Grande?
Mac hasn't been on here for a while. He's
I
been in
know.
the comments a bit.
Stop. He's concentrating. He's getting ready for this election.
Yeah,
Don't have time for this.
I miss the guy. Good guy. Grand. Peace, brother, if you get to hear this.
it's been a while.
Since we've seen him, like I said, he's popped around in the chat here and there, but
Yep.
that's cool. Maybe he's turning over a new leaf and not hanging out with a bunch of degenerates.
That's disreputable types.
Exactly.
Well, he said he was sobering up a little bit.
Well, are we somehow a barrier to sobriety? What
I don't know.
what is
Well,
it?
I might drink like 15 beers during an average pub, so it's possible
Oh, they're Bud Lights. That's 3 beers there.
that they're very low. Yeah.
Topple's been able to not drink and hang out.
Oh, I should be able to drink soon.
You're getting off on call 24/7.
Yes, I am.
What are they? What are they taking the ankle bracelet off?
No, I'm going on a new journey.
What do you work for? A company with one employee? Why are you on call every fucking day?
Four employees.
So it should be a 4-week rotation.
No, we all master in different ways. Got master
So
plumber.
you do master in
electrician.
different ways.
I do it every
yeah.
night. That's
Yeah, me
the only
too.
reason I'm going to vote for Harris too.
Wow, look at you. You
Trump-
vote, did you just say you're voting for Harris?
Trump's going to get rid of porn.
Hold on.
Get
one
rid of
second.
what?
He's a wanker.
He's going to
I've
get
got
rid
I'm
of
concerned about his wanking privileges.
I've got a hankering for some.
my choice, my body.
Oh, Canada. There he is.
Yeah.
What up, dog?
Good.
How's it going, man?
Good. How are you guys?
All right.
Good to see you.
Very good to see you.
When you guys have time, I actually have a question for a couple of you. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Here we go.
We got time right now.
I think we're not that busy.
Okay. So first, I gotta fucking hold on here. So let me look something up. George across the spectrum. You know who he is, right?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, he knows who you are. So interesting.
Oh,
That's pretty
Wait a
creepy. He
So I
knows
guess he's like this guy who was watching me on your show last weekend. He followed me over to my show, and he's apparently been stalking you guys and me for a
Oh
while.
yeah.
oh, yeah. Let's not
now
talk
I
about.
know who you mean.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, it followed me. I had no idea what the hell was going on. He followed me over to my show and then went on my show, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" And I let him up, and yeah, you could imagine what he had to say.
Was he good on your show though? Was
I
he a
don't
good?
know.
Was he
And
a
I
good
told him,
viewer?
like, I don't know who you are. I don't know about all this stuff. Like,
Was
maybe
he-
you think I'm someone else, but like,
Mm.
I
Did he
don't
love
know.
your music?
Pardon?
Did he love your music?
Who are we talking about? Crankle?
No.
I
Yes.
don't,
No.
I don't know if he loved my music, but he left a bunch of fucking weird comments on a bunch of my
Yeah.
videos, like after he was on my panel and left abruptly because he's crazy, I guess. I don't know.
Just
I'd
say,
rather
not
not.
everyone agrees with us anymore.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I do honestly apologize that he did that to you on your stream.
Well, it's not your guy's fault. The guy seems like a whack job. I just thought you might want to know he's watching every fucking thing you do.
We
and
know.
follows me over there.
Oh,
so
we
you
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He kept
unfortunate.
going on about AFib. He doesn't like fucking AFib, apparently.
Yeah. Well, we
Me
don't need to talk
too.
about.
Me
I
too.
get it.
So sorry to bring that up, but I wanted to talk to you about that. There's no other way to tell you. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's not. I appreciate
You know.
I
Yeah.
do follow you on Insta. I mean, if you ever want to rap on there, but yeah, on this platform here, like you say, we just try to avoid it as much as possible, and I don't know what else to say. It's a challenging situation.
That guy's fucking nuts. That's all I have to say.
Mm.
What's his name?
It's
All
an
right.
old person I used to learn.
I put him alone on my panel with a guy, and I said, "This is your counselor, sir. He's going to take a couple minutes and listen to your problems." And the guy couldn't handle it, and he freaked out and left after about 30 seconds. But yeah, he's definitely out there, man.
Are you having a
Yeah.
show after tonight? Are you having a show after this tonight?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think that guy will be around though, but I'm just saying he was
Sure, I understand.
came on and started going on about you guys. I said, listen, this is not Steve's pub. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I do know those guys, and obviously you followed me over from there and you were
Hey,
watching.
so who do you have? Who's this crinkle guys you guys keep talking about? Is that Base's guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
my
what's
son.
going on with that? What What?
Not a lot. Not a lot. He's
he just follows you around everywhere?
well, he went through a stage,
Okay.
but
I think he's
So
having
that
less.
guy's harmless, and I don't have to worry. Okay, that's all I was asking.
I wouldn't say he's harmless.
Seemed quite a whack job to me.
No. That's why we don't want to talk about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, going from one to the other doesn't really. Let's come up with a new subject, and bam.
How you guys feel about homosexuality?
I think it's great.
I thought we were going to have a new subject.
Whoa! I didn't even go there.
Whoa.
Gas on there, dude. How dare you say that about Base Welshman?
oh,
Well, I know. All right, now I'm stunned. How about that baseball game? Someone won it, right?
The Dodgers won the World
Okay.
Series. How about them Dodgers?
did you see the guy that had his hands?
Oh yeah, I
blown
saw
off
that
with the
video.
fireworks?
The guy, he had first signed, he had sunglasses on in a baseball game at night in a dome. Like,
What?
Uh-huh. So
You're talking about the Yankees fan who was like grabbing
Oh,
at the
they grabbed
ball.
the ball out. Yeah. He basically is talking about the fan that blew his hand up after they won.
no,
Oh,
I didn't hear about that.
I didn't see
I didn't
that.
hear about
Oh,
that. That
I'll
sounds
show
just
you.
like
Oh,
up her alley.
man,
Yeah.
it's a fucking mess.
It's right in the middle of the road. He goes to light it, and he's just holding it, and
Seen plenty of
Blew
those
up,
on
right?
Lively.
He's holding his hand. He's holding his hand. It doesn't look like an hand. It looks like a cobweb.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh, sure. Yeah, they're not
Well-
sewing that shit back together. They just cap it up and you walk around, you know.
He'll have a
no.
claw. Hopefully, he'll keep his thumb. He might
Yeah,
get one
one-
finger.
what are
Here
you
it
gonna do
is.
with that?
Don't
Pick your nose, I guess.
don't drink
Yeah,
and fireworks.
yeah, watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
I don't know.
I mean, after Ukraine and all that, it's nothing like.
It's nothing. It's not like a drone going after a soldier lying down.
Yeah, I seen some footage today. It was just the noise of the drone. There was two guys in a pit, like the fucking drone was right over them. And it was like, wow, what a dystopian fucking war.
Did you see the video? We must have talked about this, but I don't remember. Where the Russian soldier is being chased by a drone and he catches it.
Yeah, I've seen many of them like that.
He catches the drone in his hand, but then he's kind of clumsily getting rid of it, and it ends up
Yeah, and he gets it with his rifle, doesn't he? Hits it with his rifle
Yeah.
and it blows up.
blowing up next to him after all that,
Yeah.
killing him.
So yeah, you're right. He sort of manhandles it, but he doesn't like set. It's like a coat hanger, isn't it? He somehow
Yeah.
avoids touching the coat hanger section.
Right.
But then, as he was trying to beat it away or throw it away, he hit it with his rifle or something, and
Yeah.
it blew up in his face and killed him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hey lads,
The one
can
to
you check
do is
that
shotgun,
check?
isn't it? It's a shotgun. Shotgun's the good thing against that. If they had like little shotguns,
Right.
They do that. They're starting to carry shotguns, but
yeah, makes sense.
you got to be fast. These things are fucking fast, dude. They need like robot shotguns that are gonna
Yeah.
just take out
Yeah,
the drones immediately.
You're right. You're right. It's to actually combat the shotguns. They'll start coming in at fucking 30 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour, really quick, like rather than like
Right.
dive bombing them. Rather than because you see them now, it's like fucking really dystopian because they're doing it really slow because like dodging around them, in there, like going
Right.
in circles.
I don't have
But
a
if they had
problem
like
bombing the shit out of their countries anymore now.
Yeah.
The AFED way.
What
We
I
got to
do?
police these people.
I think he's
you
addressing your warmonger ways.
Oh yeah. Well, hey,
you want to be
Profitable.
in a firing
Right,
squad,
right.
you do next to Liz.
If you go out
Is that
to
what-
eat, that's because of the warmongering.
You and Liz together. You and Liz
Yeah.
side by side.
I always
we'll
like-
give you a rifle. We'll give you a rifle.
I always like the centrist of each side.
How do you know they're centrists?
Well,
Because the
people
the
that
line
dis-
keeps moving.
well, that's true. But the people that kind of go against their side, because they know
Yeah,
they have everything to lose.
True that.
I think that's scarier than IEDs, the droids. I really do. That's a whole different ball game now.
What?
Yeah, it's really.
The drones.
Robot soldiers.
Man, that's scary, dude. It really is.
IEDs were scary as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't want to be out here hearing bzzz, about to
Or
get
some-
stunned with a bomb.
Or some like robot dog coming after you, and
I know.
Oh,
that would-
robot dogs are next.
Jesus
They're
Christ.
going to be the next big thing, aren't they? The robot
Oh,
dogs.
The U.S. SWAT already uses them. They blow.
I mean, I
people up.
get it. It makes sense. If you got the technology, I would rather put that at risk than a human being.
All right.
I mean, it's
Well, yeah,
you'd
this
feel
is
good.
where it's going
Being
to.
any president, it's like that's why I would never own a bar, because I know at some point somebody get too drunk, drive home, and kill somebody, if not themselves. But being a president, you're going to have to send people's kids, people that love their
They don't
kids.
care.
in
Liz doesn't
situations.
care. Liz
You don't have
doesn't care. Liz don't care.
What did Liz say that you're making her sound like a warmonger?
Because of who her dad is.
Is it just because
Yes.
She supported her dad, though.
yeah?
No, I mean, why wouldn't
She does support all the neocon policies. So.
Yeah, if you go back and see his statements in the past.
Has any
Just-
politician says we need soldiers on ground in any of this though?
I think that
No, they
comment
don't.
by Don Browning is sarcasm, right?
Sarcasm?
Me. Yeah.
Last
Which
Dance.
one?
What do you think? That's
I'm-
sarcasm.
I made a swastika decorated peace cookie last night.
Yes. Is that?
I like it.
What's that last line?
What?
Can
They
we
look
say that?
awesome.
Can we say that?
What? Jap numerals and runes?
Yeah, I think so. It's just an abbreviation.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it's okay.
Is it serious or sarcasm?
I mean, that'd be kind of neat, actually. Swastika decorated peace cookie. Yeah, with Slytherin almonds. Sounds delicious.
Oh, Don's gonna tag you with the picture.
Tag what? Or tag who?
Tag you.
What? Where?
You're it.
You'll get tagged.
And I mean,
Worst case.
she can't tag me on StreamYard.
Maybe
The hell?
maybe she's on your Twitter. Maybe.
Tag me.
She'll find you one way or another.
I gotta
Put it in
go
the back
tag some
chat.
urine out to the driveway and then tag a few drinks and tag us and pass back.
Watch out for the trick or treaters. I don't want you ended up on any list.
No, we
Oh,
got a
man.
couple raccoons been wandering around out yonder. I'll bring the killing
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah. Never mind.
What was that?
I was gonna say something, but it's too personal.
Oh,
All right.
Okay,
good
well,
talk.
I'm already offended. So there.
is it that
No,
small?
I mean, just too personal. Just too personal. Just
Okay.
I don't know what people want to share, so I'm not going to share stuff
Well,
that I know.
we
outside
laughed
of-
about you going to a funeral today.
No, I know.
About
Not that.
bagging a 108-year-old woman. Come on.
Who did? Me?
No. Why can't?
Where have you been?
He's like, I'm out. Fuck this. Get another drink.
He's got to go carve his name in the concrete with his pee.
He's going to get tagged. He'll be back.
Whatever that actually means, I'm not sure.
It's a hashtag thing, so they hashtag you in it or something, I guess, or mention you in the post somehow.
But I'm not on Twitter now, so I don't know.
You're off Twitter?
I mean, I am on Twitter, but
Oh.
nobody. I don't think Dawn knows my
I usually
account.
do your post because you're usually attacking somebody.
Yeah, I like to rage.
I never.
The rage of Last Dance.
Rage.
I just go on Twitter to see what
Alright.
is being said, and then follow sports, other nonsense. So
Yeah. See all the Eagles posts.
Looking forward to getting a raging leftist on, if we can. I mean, can we get liberal cluck on here one day?
yeah,
Because,
McGrande.
It's like Sunday league football.
No,
Like,
that's not right to say that.
it really is.
No, that's not right. Because some would say you're the far right one. That's
Well,
easy.
they can say it, but I'll bring more to the conversation than he will.
I miss McGrande. I'm gonna
He'll-
DM him
He's
later.
around. He's around. Excuse
I'm
me.
gonna support his sobriety. I just hope I don't make him start drinking again. It's so quiet in here. What happened?
Liberal cluck was quite amusing. I
Who's
had a
that?
good debate with him.
Who's that?
Like the guy, he's part of your circle, I thought. Liberal cluck, his name is.
I recognize the name,
Liberal Claw.
but I don't
Cluck,
know. Who that is.
so
in the
Ryan,
chat.
drone.
Yeah, I
tech,
think he's more of a drone tech guy.
Yeah, he's debated drone tech before, so I think I got him on my panel via RW. Where's RW today?
I don't know. He
Bro,
stopped.
he's at Bible studies.
He jumped on and said,
Shout
"Have
out
a
to
great
the cult
show."
leader, RW.
RW.
RW fucking came on my show one time for like 3 hours. I was like, is he on something or is he sober? It was weird.
Yeah, he's a sober guy.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
He
a
lives
sober
off the
guy.
land.
I
doesn't he?
mean, edibles or something. Like,
Yeah, he's
they
a
say
he lives
doing
off-
edibles and stuff.
he lives off the land. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, he's got chickens and like a Bible and shit, right?
That's all he's got.
Chicken and a Bible.
That's all he
Chicken,
needs.
that's all you need.
Songs
That's all
of
you need.
worship, campfires. Yeah.
We should call him Chick-fil-A.
I'm,
Oh yeah,
I'm
man.
sure if you've got
Gotta
enough
have a
chickens,
Jesus
you're quite covered for the eggs and meat.
There's RW. He's the best. Man.
I think he does farm activities, so he might be busy harvesting things.
But yeah, he came on with RW when the debate was on.
Well, yeah, I think RW was like a mod for Drone Tech for a long time. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case.
On his Discord, I think it was.
What happened with his Discord? It just went down, did it?
Ghost.
Yeah, I think he didn't he debate that one guy and that was
Oh,
like
what's his name?
Destiny.
Destiny,
Yeah,
that popular guy. And then it was like it was over with for the Discord for Drone Tech.
Well, he got attacked on it, did he?
I don't know what the story was, to be honest.
I have no idea. I just know I think that was the source for the end. I think I could be wrong though. I don't know.
Well, he got loads of trolls on there, like destroying it and shit.
You talking about the Discord? Why it ended?
Yeah.
Oh, drone tax.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of he lost his mod, and it wasn't really producing a lot of traffic. Wasn't
Oh
worth
shit!
the
Maybe I
time.
should
Right.
maybe I should shut down mine then. It don't generate too much traffic.
Yeah,
You
but
don't-
you're not in it for anything.
You don't
other
care.
than-
I could care less.
I enjoy
Dude,
it.
if I throw an article in and someone reads it 2 days later, then something happened. It's still
I
something.
see everything that's posted on there. I go there
Can you see my
several times a
DMs?
day. No.
Oh, okay,
Well,
good.
the ones that you send to me, talking about your feelings for other men and stuff. You know the ones I'm talking about. Oh wait, those are private. I should.
I'm trying. Stop.
I know they were supposed to be private. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Keep
Yeah,
it
but he
coming.
already said he was
We'll work
voting
this.
for
We'll
Harris.
work through this. I'm gonna preach the gay out of you.
I went to Chick-fil-A yesterday. It was a big move for me.
My brother calls it bigot chicken.
Bigot chicken?
Yeah.
Where
What'd
was
you
Wow.
get?
it?
You guys haven't. You guys, Smokesteve wife. You guys haven't had a tussle in a while.
I tried to start one today to get the show
You
started.
gotta tag her. You gotta be like, what do you think
What
about
did you
this?
get at Chick-fil-A? Hold on, I need to know. I'm the order master.
What do you get at Chick-fil-A?
Chicken, I bet.
Hamburgers?
No, I mean, come on. What did you get? Nuggets, tenders, a
Oh,
sandwich,
if I get
deluxe,
Chick-fil-A, I get
regular.
salad because I'm fat and I'm trying to lose weight.
You
That
fucking
salad
got
is the bomb,
salad?
though, dude. That
Salad's
salad.
pretty good though.
I'm
Salad-
serious. That might be the best fast food salad there is.
No,
You get the one with the cob with the avocado ranch dressing.
No, I
I
don't do
get,
cob.
I get a better
Ah,
order
that's
for
the one
you.
I get.
Got a better order. If you don't mind spending a few bucks, get a large order of grilled nuggets. They have them. They're
Yeah,
awesome.
they do.
Grilled nuggets, and then get a small fruit cup as your side and an unsweetened iced tea. It's under 500 calories, and it's awesome.
What?
Topple in a pinch, if you're gonna be driving or something, try
Yeah.
the wrap because it's basically the salad in a wrap.
I'm very
form.
anti-wrap.
Oh man, you gotta try it, dude.
It's so stupid. I just don't like wraps.
It's neat.
It's I'd rather have
It's
a burrito.
convenient, like I'm saying, if you're driving and you got the craving for that salad, get the wrap.
No, okay.
It's basically the same thing, just wrapped up in a tortilla.
It's the same as a burrito, but it's called a wrap.
I know.
Yeah, you like a burrito? You'll eat a
Tell us.
burrito?
I'll eat a burrito all day.
What's the difference between that and
What's
a
the
wrap?
difference?
Uh,
Yes,
Fried beans and meat, grilled meat, or grade C meat, whatever the hell the Taco Bell puts in them.
Grade C would be good.
Well, grade D.
What's
What's the government cheese equivalent to government meat?
Subway got an F. That's true.
I don't understand Subway. Subway
From who?
is not good.
From the meat people, the federal government.
Subway is horrible. Does anybody even eat Subway?
Man, I had Subway a week, yeah, maybe last weekend. I don't know, recently, and it's the meatball, but it's called like the Boss or something. I don't know what it's called. It's the meatball, and they put double the cheese, and then they put pepperoni in there with it.
Pepperoni.
Chef's
And it was
kiss.
seriously one of the best sandwiches I've had ever from
That's
Subway.
disgusting, bro.
It was
Probably got more sodium than the daily.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Oh
Now
my God,
you're
it
gonna
was so
tell
good.
me you're gonna take Subway over Jersey Mike's for
No, if you would have listened to what I said nothing about I would take Subway over anything. I
You would
just said
take-
it was the best Subway sandwich I've ever had in my
Dave
life.
Fed would
Why
def-
do you go there? I know you have great sub shops around here.
Right.
Why do you
No,
go
we
to-
do. St. Louis isn't known for their sub shops, but
What is
in
it?
the hill, the Italian part, they do have good subs, but that's a long way away from here. But
So what do you got?
anyway,
Shitty subs everywhere that are worse than Subway?
I'll tell you why. And I'm sure if Last Dance thought hard enough, he could tell you why. But I had a coupon for
Coupon.
2 subs for I don't know what it was, like $12.99 or something. It was dirt cheap, and they were footlongs, so that's like 4 sandwiches. So we all 3 could have a sandwich and have one left over for
No wonder
later.
you're so
That's cheaper than making it yourself.
Yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Exactly.
You break down a 12 by 4.
No,
Two
it was
12s.
2 12s. So it was 4 6 inches.
All right.
So, now I have to know, what were the 2 subs that you ordered?
Well, me and my son split that. I think it was called the Boss because I
Okay,
asked
yeah.
what was included, and it said in fine print like there was like 2 or 3 subs that weren't included, but everything
Yeah,
else on the
close.
menu was included. So I was like, hell yeah! And
All
then my wife really likes one called the All American Club, which I think is like bacon with ham and turkey on it.
Not kosher.
You're
Last Dance
absolutely
would be
correct. I appreciate your vast knowledge of the Hebraic diet.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, once I had a few Subway lunches in my early days, I realized I hated it, and I thought there were so many better options out there.
They are the cheapest though.
No, what? Oh, you
Now,
don't
that's
have
something I should care about. Not
you
you.
don't have Sheets or Wawas or any. You
No.
have delis or Subway.
We got Jersey Mike,
Oh, you got Jersey Mike. All right.
which I don't think are that good.
I don't think I've
Jersey
ever
Mike
eaten
are incredible, bro.
They're not that great.
No,
They
we got
are
Penn
awesome.
Station, which I do like. Penn Station. Penn Station's.
What do you like about Jersey Mike's, Smokesteve?
They have a good stack of seemingly fresh meat and
Well, I'd say you like fresh stuff, so
fresh vegetables that are crispy and good to go. You know,
Well, how about you go down to a deli? You get the same treatment with a better roll.
yeah. There's a few places in this town that do subs. They suck.
Yeah, I'm out in the suburbs, so we don't have like delis. You know,
You don't have deli. That's where delis are actually in the suburbs.
no, not like a
Yeah, but
deli.
that
that's a
doesn't
good
mean that-
sub.
That doesn't mean that every deli in the suburb is like, oh, we found a deli. Now check it off. Number 10.
I'm
Like,
interested. What do
It could-
Canadians eat?
what do what?
Poutine.
What do you mean? Like in general, what do we eat?
Yeah, like what's your go-to fast food other than your general McDonald's, the burger crap?
They're pretty much
Um,
America Junior, so whatever
Yeah.
they like,
Whoa,
they like.
whoa.
Well,
the
you guys
Bob-
like the poutine, right?
Everyone goes to Tim Hortons here, obviously.
Tim Hortons. Yeah.
Oh, Tim Hortons. Okay.
Tim
I
Hortons
think
can
of
go to the drive-through now and get pizza. 2 pizzas for $12.
I always thought of that as like a coffee
Oh,
shop.
that's-
I guess.
How, are
Yeah, I
they
know.
personal?
That's why it's weird, right? It is a coffee shop. Yeah.
Is it like a personal pizza or like a decent sized pizza?
It's like a flatbread pizza about that big. They have like chicken
Oh.
parm and
Ooh,
bacon
that sounds
and
good.
everything and stuff. You get 2 for $12. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Are they
Yeah.
any good, Scum?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, they're decent. I made a video on them when they first came out because I was like, "This is fucked. A fucking coffee shop. You can go drive through and get pizzas now."
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
I mean, honestly, you're scrambling to feed your family for a random Saturday lunch. A couple of flatbread pizzas for $12.
They're in the U.S. too, right?
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah,
I think,
especially
in
up
Austin
north in the
place.
east side there. Yeah,
Barely though. I mean,
Well, that's
border towns.
and
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
never
skip,
seen one.
I'm gonna skip base on this. I know UK food's just horrible in general, so
I usually eat Mexican and Italian. Anyways, that's your answer. That's
Mexican
my
and
favorite
Italian?
thing to cook, and that's what I love to make. And that's Toronto's built by Italians where I grew up, so it's like we have the best pizza in the world outside of Italy. We
Oh,
have
lucky
an
you.
Italian restaurant in the world outside of Italy. That's like by whoever's standards they say in the news.
authentic pizzas
A
though.
lot of people say Italy pizza sucks.
Yes, the real
Different
That's what
styles,
American.
right?
That's
There's
what
different
Americans
styles of
say,
Italy
and
pizza, like there's
like
different
Americans
stuff
think
pizza
that
here, right?
cheese comes in a string formation. So
string
that's
cheese
like
is
America.
good. Okay,
String cheese.
Well, it
Yeah,
depends.
honestly,
canned
saying
cheese, canned cheese.
I mean, only Americans could say Italian pizzas are shit.
That's what I've heard. I've never been
Well,
there.
I don't say that because I've never been to Italy.
Well, what it comes down
don't you
to
have
is,
authentic Italian pizzas?
Yes,
Like
I
locally?
have, and I'm not a big fan of them.
Well, is that like the Is it Neapolitan? Is that more?
Well,
it's
they're-
floppy.
they're-
It's real floppy.
Yeah, it's like real floppy, thin.
Yeah, really thin,
stone oven
really
style
crispy,
almost.
really crispy dough, burnt on the edges.
Yeah.
Sporadically, and it's done in a stone oven.
And
And
then
Yeah,
fire
the
stone oven.
ingredients,
on it.
the ingredients
Well,
are quite light
That sounds
because
great.
that's what pizzas were. It was for poor people. Pizzas for poor people in Italy.
Right?
Where did pizza come
Peasant
from?
food.
There wasn't much toppings on it. So when you see
From
American
Naples, isn't it?
pizzas that are flooded in a casserole of fucking toppings, that's not a pizza.
I don't like pizzas like that.
Yeah, you
I mean,
mostly like
actually, I
Italian
shouldn't say that. I like any kind of pizza, really.
Hell
It's-
yeah,
I'm hard to find a pizza I don't like.
damn right.
I'm about to blow everyone's mind here. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm not a big cheesesteak fan either.
That's crazy. You're second. Then.
No, I'd rather get a cold cut. We call it hoagies, but Subway or sub.
Yeah, you go to Subway, don't you, Top? I know you go to Subway.
No, we have Wawas, we have Sheets, but I'll, if I'm getting a hoagie or a
She.
sub, I go to a deli,
Yeah.
a local Italian deli, actually. Get the pursuit.
Well, in my local, they used to do pizzas outside in the stone oven, and he used to have 4 ingredients for the dough. That's it. No more, nothing more required. And the pizzas were fucking really nice, sort of Italian style.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So you would need 5 ingredients.
What? What ingredients am I missing? Flour, water, yeast. Go on. Salt, sugar.
Salt,
No, I don't
sugar,
think-
and olive oil,
I
technically.
don't even think they use any of that. It was.
Well, I mean,
you know,
I make pizza dough often, and I know you need at least, you got to have yeast. To feed the yeast, you have to have sugar. To blend the flour, you have to have water. You have to have salt. So that's 6 ingredients.
Well,
Like
you
if
said
you
4,
just
didn't
do, right?
Well, it does sound like yeah.
Can you start over?
Right. So
You
you
can
got,
take notes.
you got flour, salt, sugar, yeast, water. There's
Sounds like
5.
Water. We're not going to count water.
What's an
And
ingredient?
number
We're
six,
not gonna have water. No.
number six
Olive
for,
oil. You didn't say, yeah.
Olive
for
oil.
flavor is olive oil. Definitely. That also helps to keep from sticking and gives it a nice tangy taste. 2 tablespoons.
You make your own.
What's super important is those sesame seeds to make it like a ball so it rolls on the bead on the seeds because
I don't use
it
that.
sticks. Yeah, but they use the stone ribbon like outside.
I've heard the more common thing to use is cornmeal
Oh, he
in the
left.
US.
You got offended by your pizza take.
Dude, I'm telling you, my pizza's pretty good.
Pizza Hut's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's not perfect.
Do you make your own sauce for like spaghetti and all that?
Negative.
Your own gravy
Negative.
if you're Italian.
Oh, I
Negative.
made, I do. I made some last weekend. It was,
You peel your tomatoes and then you.
no, I get a can of San Marzano
Okay.
plum tomatoes, stewed tomatoes. And then it's not much in it, you know, a little bit of
Little
sugar.
wine,
I start
yeah.
with onions and I saute them down, then throw in some garlic, throw in a little bit of red chili flake,
Oh.
and then throw in the tomatoes. I smush them with each
Smush.
tomato with my hand until it just
Ow.
squeezes out of every part of my clumped up hand.
Does it make you feel manly?
Mm-hmm. Let it simmer for, you know, like 45 minutes at least, if not an hour and a half
No
to 2
wine?
hours.
You don't put no wine in it?
No, I put a little bit of balsamic vinegar in it though.
Okay.
Interesting. Balsamic.
Put a
Adds
little
a little
little
tang.
basil in there.
Basil.
God.
Hate basil.
Love basil.
I've been a big opponent to basil and oregano for my whole adult life. Hate
Love,
them.
love both
Oh,
of them.
we see you
I mean, you
tweet.
wouldn't have to. You could try it without it.
I don't get it. Like,
I've never heard anyone say they hate that stuff, Steve. That's
Yeah, I've never heard those two spices. I mean,
I've heard
thyme,
people hate
rosemary.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm unique.
It's definitely cilantro. A lot of people don't like cilantro.
I could believe someone would hate basil. It's got a strong taste.
It is strong. It is strong.
That's why I like
But
it.
it's more like the dried basil and oregano back of the throat, like weird flavor you get in the tomato sauce that I hate. I don't mind as much like if I have bruschetta with fresh tomato, fresh mozz, and a fresh leaf of basil on there. It hits different than when the dried stuff and added like in excess to pizza or pizza sauce. That is what gets me.
I always get basil on my pizza.
You
Really?
like Italian
Really?
pizza, then.
Basil lover.
the margarita, man. Isn't that what's on it?
Yeah, 3 toppings:
I am not.
tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil to signify the colors of
Or,
the
or
Italian
something
flag.
is it arugula, maybe? I don't know.
No, the original one had those 3 colors, and it was for Queen Marguerite when she had visited Naples, I think, in 1700s. The local baker came up with this idea to make dough that he would put basil, mozzarella, and tomatoes on for the colors of the Italian flag to honor the Queen. Henceforth, that became the margherita pizza, and that was the birth of Italian pizza in general, and all pizza. Pretty good shit.
The old no-nos from Naples, Italy, there, because my ex-father-in-law was Italian or whatever. They taught me that when you start your sauce, you just put 3 things in the bottom of the huge pot, and it's olive oil, diced like fresh garlic, and chili flakes. And then you actually heat it up a little bit, and you cook it a little bit to like, and somehow that once you put everything else, your meat and all your tomatoes and everything and onions and everything, somehow starting it like that makes the world of difference when you cook those 3 on their own first, just a little bit. You don't like burn them or anything, but
Want to cook your fresh garlic to open it up and have the fresh aroma throughout.
Yeah, you got to cook that garlic hot for a second just to when you start smelling it, then you know it's time. You don't want
Right.
to burn it.
But usually,
That's why I don't start out with garlic, because
you just stir that around in the bottom on its own. Just those 3 things, and cook that first, and then everything else, whatever. Right? Just throw it in after.
That's how most plates begin. You start with them or onions.
Tomato paste is the same way. You gotta cook tomato paste a little bit before you add everything else into it, because it's got that bitter sharpness to it.
So, last dance. What you do with soy? You cook it first, hot.
Yeah. Right. Well, first I got to catch it.
You got to catch a soy.
Soy is hard to
Absolutely.
catch.
They're hard to catch.
Isn't it a bean? What's soy?
The hunter is very important in the soy business. That's
Yeah,
soy.
You got so much to learn, Topple.
I know.
When we were talking, speaking of beans, when we were talking about ricin earlier, I believe that comes from the castor bean. Is that right?
What?
Yes.
Ricin?
It does, yeah. Now we were talking about ricin, and this guy in the UK who was making ricin, which is pretty dangerous stuff.
If you grind cherry pits, what does that make?
Arsenic.
Is that what it is?
Oh, it doesn't make arsenic, but your body turns it into arsenic. I think it is.
No, there's arsenic in there.
Is
Yeah,
there?
same with apple seeds.
Right.
One of them
Is that right?
Cyanide.
I don't know if it's arsenic or cyanide. Right, one of them.
But it's not in there. Your body has a reaction that turns it into it.
No, it's in there. You can't make
Okay.
cyanide if it's not in there already.
Okay.
You're saying I'm full of it. That's what you're saying.
No.
That's what that okay means.
I think nothing. I'll hold my peace on that one.
Okay.
What else foods can kill you?
Puffer fish.
I don't even-
Oysters.
We all know what was. Remember the fugo from The Simpsons?
What if I wanted to be a Jewish vegan? What about food worth eating?
What do you mean? Jewish food is good.
And I mean, the vegan diet is naturally kosher. Let's just put it that way. None of the dietary laws are violated when you eat vegetables. You know, it's all about meat and milk and things like that. None of which is a component of the vegan diet.
Not a lot of meat.
No animal product
No
at
meat.
all.
No animal product at all.
No milk. No cheese.
Cup of tea lives on alcohol, meat, and carbs. I like that.
That was me when I was 20.
That's me at 48.
You don't like a good salad sometimes?
Well, yeah, I eat them every night.
Before the main meal? Is that how?
Yeah. Try to fill the gut up a little so I don't eat so much friggin' meat. And, it does help. Little salad.
Cushions it. It gives you the fiber to get it out of your system quicker.
Gives
That's
it a
why you
little mass.
Now you're delving into personal territory.
Nah, we did poop talk last week. We can't do it this week.
Okay.
We
Oh,
don't want to make that a regular.
that's right. Do you eat eggs?
Does
Last
who eat
name?
eggs? No, I don't eat eggs.
I eat everything. So
Why?
Because it's not comes from animals.
Oh, you're a vegan?
Yes.
Oh,
If
I
you
thought
eat-
you were a
But
vegetarian.
you will eat honey.
Sort of. I mean, I never buy it. I never choose it. But if some food has it in there, I won't spit on it.
So you'll eat the animal's food, you selfish.
And I'll not only that, but I'll go to the hive and say, "Ha ha!" I'll rub it in.
What an ass.
Jeez,
Turn the lip. I mean,
trying to
those
kill the human population. You're like Bill Gates.
That's
Trying
just
to get
like,
rid of our meat.
I'm just like Bill Gates. People have often said that. I'm often confused for Bill Gates.
Are you gonna go to Sweden and get arrested? Was this
Bill
Sweden?
Gates got arrested?
No, they're trying to hold him in court for his misinformation about something.
Yeah, that's in the Netherlands.
Just like Billy wants to go against Musk. Like they have these outrageous things to get people for political stance.
Okay, well.
You all right?
Yeah, I got this cough that's
It's
been
still
hanging on forever. Couldn't help it.
post nasal drip allergies.
No, it's like I got some virus like 3 weeks ago, and the cough won't go away.
You gotta stop hitting the bong for a week or so.
Yeah, I did stop.
Hey man, the weed's vegan. It's all good.
You got to burn it. Here's that screaming when he lights the fire.
It doesn't burn it. No. He vapes it.
Yeah, I heard about that Eastwood Farms.
Did you know they give a bowl of water to someone in line to vote? Yeah. Yeah, who cares?
Why is that?
Who cares?
Because it could be poisoned?
Now, is that true or is that a myth?
No, that's true. No, it's true. I don't think
But this is the last pub before the election, isn't it?
Yeah. You're
So, what, any predictions?
No.
Bob Dole will.
Mel Gibson, 2024.
I don't know about that one.
I'd be amazed if he's alive.
At least Mel Gibson told the truth once.
About what? The phone call to his daughter?
No, that was
That wasn't him, was it?
that was the shooter,
The shooter.
Alec Baldwin.
Alec
Oh,
Baldwin.
you
yeah.
call him the shooter? That's fucked up.
Oh no, don't confuse that Baldwin guy with our savior, Lord Mel. No.
No, Mel Gibson to his girlfriend. I forget.
Yeah, they had some calls of him hammered, saying racist shit and wicked shit to his girlfriend. Yeah, because he was trying to expose them all for being pedos, so they tried to make him look like a whack job. It's classic what they do every time to everybody. And then people end up calling them controlled opposition, which most of the time is bullshit.
That's why you can't trust those press officials.
No, it's all set up. We get what we get for a reason, I think, most of the time when it comes to the media of everything.
Oh,
No, my prediction is Harris is going to win. That's my prediction. If I was going to if I had to put $100 down on it, I would bet on Harris.
I don't think I would put $100 down on it.
Oh, you really? Okay.
Either way.
Isn't it like
If you
Snapchat?
had to put $100 down, I know that's really hard for you to spend $1, but
Yeah.
I think it's too close to call. It's basically a toss-up.
Yeah, I think it is
Way
too.
close. Way close.
So how long does it take for them to figure it out? Since I'm Canadian, I don't really know.
if Trump loses, it's going to be right away. If Harris loses, it's going to be 2 weeks.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it has anything to do with what he just said.
Really?
It's entirely up to the states. And
Nothing.
I think you're delusional. I think he's right.
No, he's absolutely not right, and it would have nothing to do.
Are you taking a bad take from me, Smokesteve?
The decision of the votes has nothing to do with either of the candidates.
You're not going to learn until 3 a.m. in the morning, on Eastern time.
I think we could have a good idea, but it could not.
What do you think? Pennsylvania's going to miraculously open all the envelopes?
I don't know. If
in
you
the
pay
same day that that's the only day that they can do it.
Yes.
You guys realize that, right? That's how their law is set up.
Well,
And I will say, if it's lopsided, I think it will be in Harris's favor. If it's not, I don't think Trump would just run away with it. I mean, he could.
Well, that was a deep statement. If it's lopsided, it'll be someone's favor. If it's not, it won't be.
No, well, I mean,
I think what he's saying, if there's a quick call, it'll be because Harris wins.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
just because I don't think
How's
Trump's
the quick
going to.
call going to happen?
I don't think. Here's what I'm saying. I think that everybody, I think that probably if every single person voted, I think Harris would probably win. But getting all those people to vote for Harris is going to be the challenge, where everybody, well, not everybody, but the more percentage of Trump supporters are going to vote than a percentage of Harris supporters is
Well,
what I'm saying.
The Republicans are going to mostly vote more on election day. The mail-in ballots are already in. There's a lot of early voting going on. I don't, but the ballots in Pennsylvania cannot be counted until after all the vote or whatever time it is when PA shuts off polls or whatever the hell you want to call it. So
I'm voting on the day.
I'm voting on the day.
I'm voting on the day,
Oh, look at this!
just like God intended.
The only one that mailed in. Scum, you can vote too. You can come to my state. You don't need an ID. Go for it.
Really?
The Democrats
Yeah,
always
I don't need an ID.
The
I'm voting
Democrats always
third party
welcome.
though because your two candidates are fucking
Oh.
terrible. So
Well, you got
I'll-
three.
I'll drink to that.
What's his name? Last Dance.
Chase Oliver.
Chase Oliver
I think
votes.
they're both fucking criminals.
You got one Harris and you got one Trumpster.
No, I'm voting for Harris.
Yeah, I
Well, you
count-
said two. You beat two because you said you're voting for Harris.
I have voted twice already. That's why. I'm joking.
Yeah, you could get in trouble for that.
Go ahead and admit to a federal crime on the show. Go
No,
right ahead.
no.
Ruin the election,
My
guys.
voter ID. They could see it's blank. It better be blank right now. But election day, I'll go. My son's having a party, and he's bringing all. They're having a big party that day. I'm like, when I was your age, I didn't even think about elections. So
Yeah, me neither.
I was
I
like,
wish I still was like that.
social media. That's Florida's going blue. I don't know about that. I do think Texas is going to get blue, not a little shade of red. I don't think Texas is going to be full red anymore. Think things are changing. What you agree or disagree?
I disagree on Texas. On
Yeah.
Texas is a blue state. It's just not enough vote.
What?
I don't see the votes coming for
Wait, what?
Texas.
I'm confused by that.
Texas is a blue state through and through. Everybody that's actually done the math and thought about it thinks that yes, Texas is a blue state.
Huh?
What does that mean?
Yeah,
It just, like I said earlier, more
they don't vote. They don't
That's
go
right.
out and
Either
vote.
Trumpsters or
a
what?
lot,
Like, in
a
Canada,
lot of the Mexican votes don't think that they don't think that their vote matters, so they don't vote. A large majority of them, or I don't know about majority, a large percentage of them,
I never
more
saw
so
that.
than any other ethnicity.
I always doubt claims like you're making. I really strongly doubt.
I don't think so.
I'm not going to doubt
right.
until I see the facts. What are we
I've
covering?
seen studies. Actually, I made a live leak video about it.
So you're talking about 20 years ago.
Well, 10.
Feels like 20.
Smokesteve's wife's asking if I think that Hawley will win. I think Hawley will win, but I think that he's definitely gonna get pushed closer to the limit than most people thought. Because the guy that's running against him, he's more of a, like a middle of the road guy.
Wow.
I don't even think he's saying if he'll vote for. I think he's not saying who he's going to vote for.
When does
Because we're
Canada,
definitely a red state.
when does Canada go up for vote?
I don't know. They're trying to force an early election. They had like a non-confidence between the NDP and the Liberals, and they tore it up.
You
Because
can force an
everyone's
early
bitching about the
election.
Liberals so much, so now they can go and they can throw an election whenever they want, as long as all the parties agree to it or whatever.
So
I
there's
think
no
French people don't want to do it right now. They're the only one Quebecers, Bloc Québécois.
So you could force a new election quicker instead of somebody and put someone in place.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
Because they didn't have enough seats or whatever, so they had like a non-confidence agreement with the other party. So when that party tore up the non-confidence agreement, which was just a few weeks back, everyone started freaking out. Yes, we can have an election and get the conservatives in because that's kind of just the way it's been going. Because everyone's
it's a flip-flop
liberals for ruining our fucking country or blaming them for it, anyways. But whatever, they're all crooks. Everyone thinks this Pierre Poilievre guy is like our Trump, like he's a hero. He believes in freedom and all this shit. It's all bullshit. He's another asshole trying to get a pension, fucking. And then once he gets in, all his buddies are gonna get hooked up. Because if I went in, all my buddies would be getting hooked up. So yeah, you know how it is.
happens. But Trump's not like that.
Yeah, he really cares about.
Trump's
He
like,
cares about the Americans.
come on.
He cares about.
Trump's
those
He's gonna make
Hoosiers.
America great again.
Yeah.
So, when would be the next election for Trudeau to go up if they don't go that pathway, which they sound like they're not?
I don't know. We're gonna find out like the next couple months if they're gonna try and do an election like early next year, I guess.
Oh,
But
well,
when
how
it's
long does he
actually
have to
supposed to be, I'm not sure. Actually, I think he has 2 years left, or does he?
go? Okay,
Is there a term limit?
Nope.
I don't
it's every
think-
4 years you have to vote.
He could be president for life.
Oh wow.
I don't think so. No, you don't have only 2 terms or whatever. You can, yeah. He's been like pure dictator. Like he's a narcissist. He doesn't. They're all like, get out of office. His own party's like, get out. And he's like, no. He's
No.
pretty wild.
I don't know anything about.
We have that in the States too, though. So
He's like Consuelo from Family Guy. No, no,
He's a fucking
no.
list.
But like you said, even when you change parties, you might see a little difference in the first 2 weeks, and then it goes to the same shit anyway. Your union up there, do they have an opinion on who should be president or whatever they're called?
Well, by union that I've been.
Yeah. Are your unions up there lean on one party more than the other?
No, I do work for an American company that's owned by an Indian, though. But yeah, like it's they don't really say anything
Is Lacey running for something?
about that. I don't see anything about that. No.
Yeah, I didn't understand where he's going from there either.
Lacey, I hope you win. Lacey hates people. Oh, I forgot about her.
Where am I going from that, or
She came on here. I feel like.
Once.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Yeah, she talked about yeah, I know she
Jokes?
did.
Jokes?
No.
She wasn't full of jokes?
She came on my show.
And our biggest problem is we just have way too many people from India, and they're destroying our fucking.
Really?
Immigration should have stopped like fucking 5 years ago. Now our country's fucked. Now we can't afford to fucking anything. They bought up all the fucking houses. They own all the goddamn fucking restaurants, all the fast food places. They fucking took over.
I thought
everything.
America would be the worst.
What's
Sound like excellent entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, what's wrong with
They come here?
everything you're saying? I mean, the problem that everybody has with Mexicans is they leech off of everything.
Whoa.
Yeah, but these guys.
I'm just
are
saying
fucking
problem-
third world
The
country and
problem
bringing it
people have,
here.
not problem I have. I don't think the
Anything.
immigration is that big of a problem.
It's terrible, man.
Wow.
I think immigration is a problem.
We
I just don't
understand we
think
got a nice place here, so we're pissed that it's getting trashed. Yeah. Like when I cross the border in the Buffalo, it looks like a third world country. You come to the other side, everything's clean. They don't have burned out neighborhoods. Yeah, it's like, so these guys are fucking bringing that shit here.
you think Buffalo is a third world country?
Detroit and Buffalo are my neighbors, right?
Oh,
That's
Detroit,
closest to
yeah,
me. So
Detroit's
that's just
not.
my example. Right?
Oh, yeah,
Buffalo's
Detroit.
Buffalo's not that bad though, is it? I haven't
No.
never been there.
It's fucking terrible. It's worse than
Is
Detroit.
it?
It
I
snows
got-
80 inches there and clears it out.
On the other side of the lake, so.
I know somebody that lives up there. I didn't think it was.
What
that
we
bad.
say when we go to Buffalo is, all right, honey, when we're driving down the road, if you see anyone without a visible tattoo, you let me know. We never do.
Oh, what's wrong with tattoos?
It's just the way the neighborhoods are. They're like, everyone's fucking scummy, man. Like, it's just scummy, man.
Sorry, Afa.
Oh,
That tramp stamp that you have.
yeah, well, I try not to talk about it. It's a butter. It's a lacy
personal.
butterfly. You know, I mean, what was I supposed to do in the '90s?
Nothing wrong with tattoos.
You could go anywhere, any place, and go into certain areas and
We're
find.
super popular right now. Everyone has tattoos. Everybody.
I mean, I can see why people would think St. Louis is a shithole.
Yeah, is it
It's
really?
St. Louis?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! It's like the biggest shithole.
bad. Yeah. It's
There-
bad.
There's like,
Man.
if there's one building left on a block, then it's a nice block.
See, that's the difference here. Like when shit gets burned out, like they remove it, they plow it. But I notice on like Detroit and Buffalo, New York, there they leave.
It's not just
they
burned
leave
out.
it up.
Like the
And then
roofs
they
are
wait till
caved,
someone burns it. They just leave it there.
roofs
It's like
are
they don't do
caved
that
in.
here.
and
They
they just
remove
leave
it here. They plow it, and it's fucking grass or whatever, right? And clean it up.
Occasionally, like some guys would go grab some bricks if they can they can sell them and make some money off of it.
Coppers first, bricks last.
Yeah, coppers first for sure. No, actually what's the part on the car, the muffler, the catalytic converter.
Yeah,
That's first. That's first.
That's for
Okay, like
meth
here they had to start charging for parking at one of our beaches. Why? Because the Indians would show up 20 fucking in a car, hundreds of them, and take over the whole fucking beach. And then
How
they would
about this?
shit right on the fucking beach. They just drop their pants and shit on the beach. So the fucking our state governor had to go on the fucking air, like our premier of our province, and say, "Don't be pooping on the beach, please." And like it's fucking bad here, man. You have no idea what I'm trying to say. Like about a
I gotta
takeover of Indians.
pay to be on a
in India.
beach. You're
Yeah, you
complaining
learn-
about paying a parking? I got
There's
paid.
the guy taking a shit at the gas station while he's pumping his fucking gas. He's got the thing
You
in there
learn
and he's
something.
fucking shitting right there, turban
I
on.
get some Canadians guys walking around with thongs down here
People are
sometimes.
getting pissed about it. The OG Canadians are getting pissed. You know?
You guys known for your beaches up there in Canada?
The largest freshwater beach in the world's like 40 minutes from me. It's called Wasaga.
Well, you get a good like.
Pretty awesome. And
guys
then,
get, like-
I don't know, like I forget what it is. 70% of the world's fresh water is like in my province or something. So there's more beaches here than anywhere in the world, pretty much. Are we known for our beaches? I don't know. I don't think so.
See, this is why I'm sad for AFED. He doesn't have any beaches near him.
Nope. Nope.
That's-
Hey, there's beautiful beaches on the Mississippi River.
Yeah, it's the mighty muddy. Some-
That's one reason, like, because when me and my wife were talking about moving when the kids get older, she wanted to go Midwest. I'm like, there's no beaches. We can't do this. And she agreed.
There's beaches in Lake Michigan.
yeah, Chicago actually is. I mean, my son loves the beaches up there. Whenever we go to Chicago,
Lake
whenever we go to
Massive Lake
Chicago,
has beaches, right?
Oh, it's not the same.
that's always our main thing.
You mean
one of
like
the
an
main things
ocean
we do.
beachfront?
Yeah, but when you're in Chicago, it's Lake Michigan is so big you can't see the other side of it, so it's like you're on the ocean.
That's why I'm moving down to Georgia.
Why Georgia?
I don't know.
Where at? Atlanta?
No, a little outside.
Move to
Cop-
Florida. My parents did. They love it. Bought a
I don't
trailer
live in
there.
Florida. I
They
can't.
live near Tampa. They say it's amazing. They love it.
I don't know.
They
I
got
live.
those
I live in
hurricanes that come
Florida
through
a bit.
all the time.
Yeah, but you get tornadoes in Georgia. Anywhere you go, you're going to have problems. Like,
Yeah, but tornadoes are.
Here
What are the odds
tornadoes,
of
that's
any
all.
particular spot
Tornadoes and, like
getting a tornado? It's like
Yeah.
very, very small, ever.
oh. Every time I was down in Georgia doing work, those sirens would go off like crazy.
Well, yeah,
They
we
all-
just woke up 2 nights ago, 2:00 in the morning, because there was a line of thunderstorms coming through and 2 tornadoes touched down. But
Now, what's the
we've had
protocol?
tornadoes. We've had tornadoes in our general several times since we've lived here. But still, it was like 10 homes out of 30,000 that were affected.
Only 10 homes.
But it's not like a hurricane comes through and everybody's
Right.
got
That's not
problems.
always true. It's the flooding that gets you more.
Well,
And plus, we don't want to have that cicada problem like you did.
that's
It's
once every.
Huge problem.
Fuck that. You're walking and they're peeing on you. No.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Sitting underneath that tree with your lemonade. sipping on
Lemonade.
it, just constant Cicada piss is going in that cup.
I'd rather deal with fires and all that.
Cicada piss is the elixir of life. You should be seeking it out.
Nobody was talking about the cicada piss. Nobody was talking about it.
I'm very informed because of you. That's you. That was another thing I brought up to my wife. I know this guy. They have a cicada problem. They pee on you when you're having your lemonade.
Yep.
You don't want that lifestyle.
No, you do not.
You think it's pee. You hope it's pee.
Oh, it's lemons.
If
There's
it
bugs
was
that crawl
cicada
on
jizz, would it make it any different?
Yes, it would.
I mean,
It would be a little grosser.
A cicada liquid is a cicada liquid. I don't care.
I think it
what
would
it
be
is.
just a little bit grosser if it was jizz.
I never even thought about that. So it's
Well, you have a pure mind, unlike me.
Yeah.
all right. I gotta take off. You guys have.
I'm gonna take off too because Smokesteve's gone.
Yeah, I guess that's the end of it, boys.
That's
and
it.
election.
All right.
Enjoy your election night. I
Yeah,
hope
election
all
night, man.
good.
You Americans, good luck on election night. Hopefully, there's
no good luck.
We lose. Yeah, we lose.
That's right.
We
Good
lose
luck.
either way.
Unless Chase Oliver wins, I'm not going to have good luck.
election night.
Hey guys, you guys have a great week and
right.
enjoy.
Always
having
good
you
to
all
see you
on.
guys.
Trump 24.
Later, guys.
All right.
Later, guys.
And everybody in the chat, thank you for showing up. Cup of tea, Dawn Browning, Smoke Wife, East Wind Farms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care. Have a good week.